Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, friends. Hello, hello. Happy Saturday. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. And welcome back to more Full Spectrum Farm. How we doing, y'all? How are we doing today? Yes, my face hurts because I got my face waxed. Which was an experience. I mean, I got parts of my face waxed. It didn't go necessarily according to plan because my hair on my face was too short and too coarse to really like take well to the wax. So it's not the best. But they did it. They did a great job with what they could do. So that said, I am very happy with my eyebrows. Because I also got my eyebrows tinted and waxed, and they look much better. I'm very happy with how those turned out. As for the rest of the facial hair, you know, maybe it's not maybe waxing is not the way to go with that. I'm actually looking into for my facial hair. I have a consultation on Tuesday, I believe, for potential electrolysis, which is like where they put like a little filament into each individual like hair follicle, and they burn it, I guess, with electrolysis. Because apparently like laser hair removal isn't really an option with my particular hair. That sounds excruciating. It's supposed to be extremely painful, yeah. It's supposed to be extremely painful and also take quite a while. When I was on the phone with the woman setting up the consultation, she was like, it could be like an 18 to 24 month process kind of thing. And I'm like, well, if that's what it takes, surely they use topical for that at least, right? I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna find out. That's why I'm going for the consultation, so we shall see. I just want at least like my facial hair to be dealt with. I'm tired of shaving. I don't like shaving. I never get as good enough shave as I want, and it's like and it always grows back so fast. It's not good. It's not good. I'll take tattoos over having that done. Fair. It'll probably be, I don't know how painful is, but waxing is more permanent than shaving, but it'll still grow back. Yeah, that's the nice thing about having like at least the part of my face waxed that I did, is that now I won't have to shave that for at least a good while here. So because the hair that does grow back, it'll be a lot like finer, so that's nice. That's nice. If you're considering getting your face waxed though, do be prepared. It is extremely painful. It was a lot worse than getting my legs waxed. It was way worse, way more painful. It was intense. Especially the area like because they went for like the area like on my neck as well, like beneath my face where like the beard hair grows down to. That was a nightmare. What was the worst part? Definitely that neck area for sure. It was so like I knew it was going to be painful, but you have a lot more nerves on your face. It's true. I knew it was going to be more painful. I had been warned, and even the esthetician warned me as well. But holy moly. I had a good tolerance for it, I think. Like my brain got used to it. And it was like, all right, we'll feel this pain later. And I did feel the pain later. In fact, I'm feeling the pain right now. Just kind of like a numb soreness, but literally ripped because wax strips. Yup. Hello, Mr. Mustache. Sleepy, so who knows? Go get your sleep if you need to. If you're eepy, go get your sleepy. Congrats on disassociating. Yeah, it's kind of what I had to do. I don't know if it's like the most painful thing I've ever endured. It probably is, to be honest with you. At least in recent memory. I can't recall anything more painful than what I had done yesterday. Which honestly I think is a good sign for me, because I'm feeling fine now. I think as long as you do like proper like aftercare and stuff for situations like that, like I have like they actually gave me like a good amount of stuff for aftercare, like aloe, and I forget what the other one they gave me. It's some kind of cream. It's like a hydrocortisol, something like that. I don't know if that's exactly what it was, but it's something that sounds like that. Aftercare is very important in any circumstance. True, true. Hold on, I'm just opening up my water bottle. Exclamation point hydrate. Ooh. I can barely wax because I keep getting ingrowns. I've never had an issue with ingrown hairs, thankfully. Argon was talking epilator on the last stream. That's definitely a Nazi torture device. It is brutal. The epilator is pretty brutal too. I will say the little bit of experience I have with using my epilator, which is not as much as I should probably be using it more. It's just like it's painful, so I don't want to. But I would say it wasn't as bad as what I had done yesterday for sure. Being a woman is full of suffering. I mean, I wish I could just be happy with, like, with the body hair and with everything as it is, and just be happy, like, being a woman. Being a woman and still, and not caring that much about my appearance, but unfortunately I do. Unfortunately I do, so no pain, no gain. Question is, will you get it done again? Well, I'm gonna see. I mean, I'm gonna talk to the lady about electrolysis on this Tuesday, and we're gonna see where that takes me. I'm perusing my options. I'm shopping all my different options around. I'm seeing what I feel is gonna work best for me. I'll probably go for something more permanent like electrolysis eventually. I don't know if I'm gonna like do it right away. Especially because I know that it's like pretty expensive too, so I think I'd have to at least save up a little bit before I start going all in on electrolysis. My wife has done electrolysis for a couple of years. It's painful, but it was so worth it for her. Yeah, I do think it would be very worth it for me for sure. You'll find your groove of what works for you. It's kind of exciting. Have to raise the price of memberships? I would never do that to you. I would never inflate the price of memberships unless I was bullied into it. Unless everyone was like, we want to give you more money. But I don't think that's the way it's going to go. Ooh. But maybe you could give me more money, and if you give me more money, I'll give you more Kazoom. Does it sound like a valid trade offer? Early Kazoom. Wow. Well, listen to that. Another thing I want to start looking into more seriously, because I've been scared to really dive headlong into it, is makeup. Because obviously, like, you don't have to wear makeup, but I do think makeup would be a good confidence booster if I can get it right. But I'm so scared to try and do it like on my own. So I might go out to like I've been looking around to see if I can find a good like trans-friendly makeup place, and then if I could just go in there and be like, "Hey, help me! I'm a little baby. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a little newborn. Please, I have no knowledge. Please help me." I don't know if that can work. I don't know if you can just like go into like a makeup shop and like ask for that, but that's what I'm hoping. Courtney, thank you for the $3 super sticker, by the way. Thank you, thank you. And a fine fist bump out to you as well. Appreciate the support and the generosity. Makeup is so fun. I feel like if once I get into it, I'll probably have fun with it. But I'm just like, I'm just worried that I'm gonna mess it up, and I probably will mess it up. Admittedly, I mean that's just the whole part of like learning a new skill, right? You're gonna mess it up. You're gonna make mistakes, and that's how you learn. That's how you learn and be better next time. Best thing to do is your makeup right before you get in the shower. Practice it with very low stakes. That makes sense, yeah. Ask the people in your support group if they have suggestions. That is a good idea. I'm still very, like, nervous and awkward in person, for sure. Mascara, go brown, not black. I've had that recommended to me several times, actually, yeah, so that's entrenched in my brain. Every person who uses makeup was a beginner at some point. True. No one was born with the knowledge of how to use mascara and lipstick and foundation and blush and the millions and billions of different permutations of things. Blue eyes, yeah. Brown hair, blue eyes. Well, not brown hair, but like brown-ish. It leans brown because I'm ginger. Definitely brown for the mascara then? Okay. This is valuable information. Thank you. Thank you. Let's play some daily games, shall we? Let's play some daily games. I spend enough time on my own just thinking about, you know, makeup and hair removal and outfits and all this stuff that I'm pursuing and looking into. Take a little break from all that for right now. Take a little break from thinking about all that. And just play a Pokedoku Master Puzzle by Titan X Owl. Why the heck not? Dual type, grass, fire, and from Kalos. Grass, fire, and Kalosian dual typing? Surely there's something in here. Certainly we can find something to fit the bill. Grass, fire, and Kalosian. You're grass, but you're not dual type, regrettably. Same here, and you're fire, but not dual type. Fire, but not dual type. Ooh. Oh, wait. Suwaddle. Suwaddle is like bug grass, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so that'll work there. That's one. Darmanitan. I don't think any of these forms of Darumaka or Darmanitan are dual type, are they? They're not dual fire type at the very least. The Galarian Zen form is the only one. It's fire ice, but can't really do that because I've already guessed it. Fire, fire, dual Chandelure, okay. That'll work. And then we're just looking for Kalos, Binacle, all right. Strong start. A strong start, I should say. Suwaddle for that. Fire type, we're going to go Chandelure. And Kalos, Binacle. Pokemon ZA spoilers. True, true. Potential new megas on the line. Evolved by item. I'm not even going to bother perusing the Pokedex for that one. I think I just have to go based off of what I know. A grass type evolved by item. I'm going to go with Flapple on this one. Fire type evolved by item. Let's go with Magmortar. And Kalosian Pokemon evolved by item. Kalosian Pokemon evolved by item. Florges? Florges is Shiny Stone, I think. Yeah, okay. Kalos Final Evolution. Fire and Grass Final Evolution. Well, I know for Fire, I remember we saw Simisear. So I can guess that right away. That's handy. Did I have Simisage to guess as well? I did not. Kalos Final Evolution. go have a little look-see. A little look-see. Any final evolutions in Kalos that I have left to guess? A Greninja? It wouldn't let me guess the other form of Greninja, I don't think. Usually with, like, final evolution, they make you guess, like, just, like, the base form Pokemon. So I don't think I have one for Kalos here. Grass type, though. Freaking Ferrothorn, that'll work. Ferrothorn. And I'll try Greninja, like Ash Greninja. No, it's not going to let me. I'll just go regular Greninja then. Why the heck not? Boom. Beautiful. Keeping the streak alive. 5 new entries, 5-day streak. What's my score looking like? Better than 67.4% of all players today? That's not that great, to be honest with you. But I wasn't playing for uniqueness. I was merely playing for keeps in my Pokedex. Thank you for answering my request. The ellipses on the Discord. Yeah, I was kind of surprised that I hadn't actually already added that one. When you asked for that request, I was like, don't I already have that emote on the Discord? The ... But alas, we do not. So now we do. It was very easy to add because I just have it. So I could just like upload it and there it was. Go wild with that, friends. Hit me with all the ... that I so rightly deserve. What is this fish? It's like he's hanging out near the top. Likes to hang out near the top and in the middle, and it's not particularly fancy. I'm just gonna go with Flounder because I want to believe that the Flounder will come back to me at some point. That is crazy. No season overlap, no location overlap, no time overlap. Nothing, just weather. No time overlap, that's gotta be Midnight Carp. Yeah, the no time overlap is usually like a dead giveaway because I think every fish, barring the Midnight Carp, probably has time overlap with the Flounder, right? It's like 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. or something. We take those. We take those. I like it when it's a nice, easy one like that. And over to Stardoodle. The one time I dyed my hair, I just sort of pointed at a random color and ended up loving it. And I have no idea what the color was. No! Can you go back and ask them which one it was? I guess you want to pay attention to that sort of thing, yeah. I've never had an inclination to dye my hair. I quite like my hair the color that it is. We're in our melon era now, by the way. Okay, it is less expensive and takes less time to grow than a melon. Not a fruit, non-regrowable, a non-regrowable potential vegetable. Hit me with the beet on this one, I think. Drop the beet. Beet. Not a vegetable. Takes longer than 6 days to grow, but is worth less than $100. I feel like this is going to be a forage. Potentially spring or winter forage is where I'm leaning on this one. Let's try, like, leek here. It is forage, but it would seem to be winter forage. Let's go with winter root. Yeah, okay, we got there. Had to go through every single season to get there, but we got there. We got there in the end. Winter root. Who's even freaking out here growing winter roots? Let's be real. If you want winter roots, just go and, like, hoe at the beach for a little bit. Hello, Hatstrap. Okay. Let's go ahead and set a timer for 1 minute and 5 seconds. 65 seconds to get yourself a horse, a jelly, whatever Nightbot is willing to provide. I don't think we've had a single horse yet, have we? I don't believe we've had a single horse yet. No horses, couple baby moonlight jellies, but Nightbot has been stingy today. Oh, and as soon as I speak about it, Mr. Mustache, congratulations on your horse. How delightful. Chat, you still have another 37 seconds to get more horses. Make sure to give Mr. Mustache's horse a friend. Somebody. Please, Nightbot, don't be mean like that. Don't give out just one horse. We need a horse for the horse to play with. We need minimum 2 horses. Come on. Baby Moonlight Jelly. Hello, Wiz the Gamer. Hello, hello. You're here just in time. You have 5 seconds left. 5 seconds to get yourself a horse or a jelly. 1 second. Ooh, oh my gosh, why is that timer so loud? So much louder than I'm used to. See if we get any buzzer beaters here. Horse has been turned off. An exclamation point jelly has similarly been turned off. Anyone? Anything? Nothing? Nothing and no one. Well, that is most unfortunate. But it's just luck of the draw sometimes. Just the luck of the draw. Alright, I'm booting up Smappy. You steal Chloe's cactus fruit? What the heck? That's so mean. Wait, she needs that. No, give it back. Give it back. Load up. Full spectrum farm. We are officially into summer now. Into summer, we've unlocked the desert. We have a... We planted a bunch of star fruit last time. We're on good pace here, I feel like. We're in pretty good shape. I'm not used to having like 100,000 in total earnings just about like by this point. That's not how these challenge runs normally go. It feels so foreign. Such a foreign concept. Terrible daily luck. You hate to see it. I already know how to cook radish salad. I swear that's like the 3rd time that's like, man, these Queen of Sauce episodes, they're getting so stale. They just keep talking about radish salad nonstop. Mayor Lewis's lost purple shorts. Probably gonna be a little bit before I get to that, because my friendship is lacking, to say the least. I'm slacking on the friendship just a little bit. I don't have anything that I have to manually water right now, do I? No, everything is currently sprinklered. Very happy to see that. I love that we got the goggles as well for pie last time. Okay. What do I want to prioritize here? What do I want to prioritize? I mean, we're pretty low on funds right now, so we probably want to make more money. And I mean, I could wait for my crops in order to make like a bunch of money, but we can actively make some money with fishing if we want to. I do have, it's summer, so I could actually go catch the crimson fish if I wanted to. I could try, and then maybe we work towards a fish pond. I mean, crimson fish pond isn't as good as like the legend fish pond, obviously, but a legendary fish pond is still good all the same. I also want to work towards some preserves jars and stuff, probably, right? Although I want to use some of this wood. We probably want our house upgraded in the near future here. I did rush level 10 fishing. Yeah, we're right up there. Everything else is kind of even, and then fishing is just sticking out like a sore thumb. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start. I think I'm just gonna fish today. What is a good fish to target in summer as far as like just fishing for money? Maybe like a tuna or something like that if we go down to the ocean. We're also going to want to get fish for the community center. Any summer fish that I can find. Ooh. Let me see here. I'm just going to the wiki. Summer fish. What are we thinking for fish? Rainbow trout? Rainbow trout themselves aren't good for money. We're going to need them eventually for the prismatic shard fish pond. Sturgeon. Sturgeon is pretty good. Yeah, sturgeons are worth 200 each. They are a little tougher to catch, but I am level 10 fishing, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. We could go for sturgeons. There's also super cucumber when it gets later at night. And then the crimson fish itself. Let's try sturgeons. Let's try out sturgeon fishing. Let's just see how that goes. I feel like I've never really tried like sturgeon fishing with targeted bait specifically. So let's just see how all that goes. Iridium rod. So I've got the bait maker. Bring the hoe with me for artifact spots just in case. I've got 69 deluxe bait. That'll be enough to get me started until I start getting some sturgeon bait. Do I want to bring... I guess I don't really need to bring this bait. We've got bullhead, largemouth bass bait as well. Probably want to use those up eventually. We get the fish smokers out here. Get the coal out here. And away we go. And away we go. Away we go. I spent a good amount of time last time, at the end of the last stream, cleaning up the farm. Cleaning up farm debris. So we've definitely got a lot of room for farm buildings and stuff. Plenty of room for activities. And probably just like one day of fishing is going to get us a decent amount of money, especially if I can get like a sturgeon early here. Get a sturgeon early, use that to spin it into sturgeon bait. I just don't know how good targeted bait is for sturgeons. I don't think I've ever tried this. Or if I have, I like wrote it off, because like some targeted baits are less effective than others. There's only one way to find out, right? Only one way to find out. Hello, Andy. Hello, hello. Don't worry, you haven't missed much. We're still just getting started. Yo, rainbow trout. Wait. Maybe the game's trying to tell me something. Maybe the game's trying to tell me to pursue the Prizzy from the rainbow trouts. Algo has a tool someone built them for targeted bait. Something that like tells them like how effective targeted bait is going to be in general. And the rainbow trout are coming in nice. That's good. Don't think this is a sturgeon. Maybe, though. Maybe. Not just a largemouth bass. Just a largemouth bass. You think it's based on luck and weather, too? For the targeted bait? Really? I don't know if it's based on, like, daily luck. It might be based on... There might be something that where, like, luck buffs play a role in it, similar to, like, how fishing treasures work, but... Couldn't tell you for sure. All I'm hoping is that we can get a sturgeon nice and quick here, and then we can actually test it out for ourselves. But the lake is not being kindly to me on that front so far. Sturgeons are also only available until 7 p.m., similar to the... Oh, here we go. This is one. That's definitely one. Similar to the largemouth bass. But we can always pivot to super cucumber fishing. Oh, Mariner, that's my 24th fish. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna get my little setup out here. And then sturgeon. Turn it into bait. Take the old bait out of there. Give me a good supply. 8? That's pretty good. That's on the... Because I think it's like 5 to 10 targeted bait every time you do that. Let's see how we feel about this. Are we still fishing for a Prizzy? I mean, that's always on my mind, is that we want to get a Prismatic Shard from a fishing treasure at some point. Right now, I'm just fishing for money, though, is the main thing. I'm fishing for some quick cash so that we can start towards more illustrious prospects like a coop, a barn, a house upgrade, all these various things. And right now, fishing is the best and most familiar way for me to make money. I mean, I could focus down like Skull Cavern and stuff as well. Skull Cavern is really good for money, but I like fishing more a little bit. I like fishing a little bit more personally. It's just more cozy for me. I mean, targeted sturgeon bait seems to be working out pretty well, I'm not gonna lie. I do think I could benefit from getting some trap bobbers to make the actual catching process of the sturgeons a little more consistent. I mean, I haven't missed any sturgeons yet, but they dance. They dance around a lot, so I feel like it's only a matter of time before I mess one up here. I thought I'd literally just spoke into existence right there. Oh, don't speak too soon. Yeah, trap bobbers would make this a little more mindless, for lack of a better word. Like, I wouldn't have to focus so hard on catching each individual one. Trap bobbers aren't too hard to make either. They're like just like copper and sap, I think. Let me see. Trap bobber. 1 copper bar and 10 sap. That's actually like so doable. I'll have to remember that for next time. I don't want to like leave right now and go take care of that. Although it is only 10:30 a.m. So it might actually be like worth it to go and try that. This one's not a sturgeon. Regrettably. Trap bobber, my beloved. It's so good. I don't even know if I have any copper at home though right now. I might have used it all on sprinklers. And I don't want to like rush all the way home just to find out that I don't have any copper bars to spare, so I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet this time. Quality bobber would also be quite nice, because then we would be like getting iridium quality sturgeons all the time. I am gonna need to use at least one of my sturgeons for some bait here relatively soon. You gotta build up a nice stockpile of sturgeon bait. Ooh. We got a fishing treasure on the line here, so definitely can't afford to let this one go. And once we have a nice little stockpile of sturgeon bait, then I can start actually smoking some of the other ones. What do you got? Amphibian fossil. I think I actually already have one of those in my chest at home. I just haven't donated it yet. I'm going to turn 2 of these into smoked fish. And then I'm going to put 1 more in there. 5 sturgeon bait's a little rough to see. But that could be an extra 5 sturgeons for all that I know. So do 1 more here just to take care of it. Take care of business. 10 sturgeon bait. Now that's what I'm talking about. Sturgeon bait color is so pretty. It is. What would you call that color? I mean, it's like, it's cyan, right? I don't know if it's like a true pure cyan, but I would call that at least cyan adjacent. Every single time I get a fishing treasure chest, I'm letting you know I'm holding my breath every single time. Because eventually it's going to be the Prismatic Shard. We're not stopping until we get one. Well, I mean, we'll do other things, but we're gonna get one from fishing at some point. And every single chest is a chance. Every single chest is a roll of the dice. We love a good gamba around here, don't we? Don't we, folks? Boop, boop. I think I want to keep at least like 1 sturgeon just in my hotbar right there. That way sturgeons will stack right there. Call that literally pearl colored. Periwinkle. I feel like periwinkle is a little like paler than what the sturgeon bait color is. Oh, the first one that I lost. No. It's bound to happen. Unfortunately, without the trap bobber to help bolster things along here. Periwinkle has some purple in it. Periwinkle has more like a blue or lavender. Yeah, I think periwinkle is... I think I have a different idea in my head of what periwinkle should be compared to what, like, periwinkle typically is. Like, the periwinkle in my head is pretty similar to the color of the sturgeon bait. Just, like, less saturated. I never think of it as, like, particularly, like, purpley, but I think actually most of the time periwinkle is somewhat purple. Don't even know what periwinkle is. What do you think came first? Periwinkle, the name of the color, or periwinkle, the name of the mollusk? The fish. Ooh. Rip. I've used my last piece of bait! Wait, how's that possible? Oh, because I didn't put the sturgeon bait actually on my rod. I was gonna say, I just made, like, so much sturgeon bait. There's no way I worked through it that fast. Looks the same color as the in-game periwinkle. Maybe that's why my brain's getting tripped up. It is very similar to the in-game color of the periwinkle, but the game only has, like, so many colors that it even uses and registers. Get these smoked. How much is a smoked sturgeon worth anyway? A smoked gold quality sturgeon. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to math it out based on what I know about sturgeon prices. I think a base sturgeon, I just looked at the wiki, is $200. So gold quality sturgeon goes up to $400. Which means that a smoked one is worth like $800? $900 is worth even more. It's worth even more than I realized. Why don't you just check? Because I wanted to see how well I knew. How well I could do math. My problem was I didn't remember, like, what the actual modifiers for price on a smoked fish were, so I just, like, took a guess based on my previous knowledge. It's just the lighter color of the sturgeon, so if we know what the sturgeon's color is... Well, the way it works in, like, under the hood in the game files is, like... Shoot. Is that each item is given like a context tag as a color. And I don't know what color the sturgeon is classified as. Diamond is kind of cool to see out of a fishing treasure chest. Maru, don't trample any of my stuff, please. I'm doing very important, rigorous scientific work out here. I feel you understand, right? She understands. She's gonna be chill. There's one thing I know about Maru is that she respects Beatrix's quirks. Even if Maru and Beatrix aren't that close yet in this timeline. Are you enjoying the season? I would say so. Might as well get some friendship out here. I don't know you well enough to trust you, sorry. The brutal honesty. I may have to betray you. Fireborn just went live with the Silk Song / HoloNet Archipelago. I understand. That does sound very compelling. I cannot lie, Moth. I won't feel too betrayed if you decide to leave. The game has a huge color palette in terms of pixel art. That is true. But as far as, like, the actual color aspect of the game, like dyes and stuff, it doesn't recognize that many distinct colors. Respectfully, stalking Sebastian has paid off. You dug up a dino egg. That was like me the other day. That's honestly one reason I should probably prioritize getting a coop in the near future. Get a coop, get the coop upgraded so I can actually incubate the dinosaur egg and put it to good use instead of just letting it languish in my chest back at home. Could always donate it, but I mean, it's better to get a renewable source of dinosaur eggs before you donate one. That should go without saying. Rare rainbow trout. It's funny, I got like 2 rainbow trouts right when I started fishing, and then like nothing since then. I mean, obviously I've been using sturgeon bait mostly, so kind of makes sense, but still. Is that a perfect catch on the sturgeon? I swear that was a perfect catch. Wait, was that not a perfect catch? It was still gold quality. I thought that was going to be an iridium quality sturgeon for sure. I feel betrayed. I feel shooketh. Ooh. That was a perfect catch? Not perfect enough, I guess. Robin's list is getting long. We're gonna have a lot of build projects for her in the near future. You freaking know it. Yeah, speaking of Hollow Knight, we got some Hollow Knight tunes here. Green path, you think? Afraid not. Close, though. It's Moss Grotto. Moss Grotto from Silk Song. Similar vibes in both songs, so definitely understandable. I'm gonna eat this 1 iridium quality chub as well. That'll get me a good amount of energy. Wait, that's so cute. Oh, you found one of the new steel things. I stealthily added some new things to the steel list, and you got one of them, Woolen Feet. Stole a flea to snuggle with. That is a possibility now. I added, I think, like, I just on a whim last night, I added like 10 or so new things to the exclamation point steel list. So there are some options in there. Some new options now. Ow! And now everyone's going to be spamming steel. That's why I didn't want to mention it, because I was like, then people are going to spam steel until they find the new stuff. The odds of finding some of the new stuff are not, because it's like there's like 200 something things, so use it sparingly. Do still use it sparingly. We don't want to get carried away. But I trust you, chat. I trust you. You stole Elliot's hair? Poor Elliot. Elliot's probably invested so much money in wigs at this point with how much his hair keeps getting stolen. As long as the means of production is still on the list. I did not take anything out of the list. I merely added. I would never remove anything from the list. Oh, I didn't realize how late it was. 6:50 p.m. This is going to be my last sturgeon then. And then we might try pivoting down to super cucumber fishing. So that'll probably just be more effective. That was my last piece of sturgeon bait as well. Wait, that was actually such perfect timing. Holy cow, it's almost like I planned it that way. I do have to remember to save 1 sturgeon. In fact, I'm going to set 1 sturgeon aside off of that stack. So that I can turn it into sturgeon bait again later if I want to go sturgeon fishing again. Alright, I think I'm going to go fishing at the tide pools as well, because then while I'm going for super cucumbers, I also have the chance to get the crimson fish. You have a chat so full of raccoons that we could form Sly Cooper's entire ancestral family. Of course, new steals are like honey to flies. That's why I didn't mention it, but it was bound to come up eventually once someone found one of the new stealable artifacts or whatever you want to call them. Rainbow shell's pretty nice. Ooh, that does fill up my inventory though. My inventory is a little bit full. Honestly, that's okay though. There's some seaweed over there that I might want to pick up at some point as well. Boom, boom. Boom. And then put the deluxe bait on here. I'm just going to eat this chub roe just to like clear out inventory space more than anything. And let's go fishing. I think over here you can still get the crimson fish, right? Actually, I should be fishing over here though. Because I know for... Oh, never mind. I was going to say, I know for a fact on the right you can still get the crimson fish. I wasn't certain about this side. No trap bobber. Just level 10 fishing in a dream. That's all we got. Lux bait does technically help a little bit by increasing the bar size. Not even close. GG's. GG's, Crimson Fish. My first legendary fish. Save that one for the fish pond, probably. At least until we get something better. We've seen you catch this fish at like level 5. Doesn't mean it's a foregone conclusion. Crimson Fish is still a pretty tough fish most of the time. That time it was actually like quite simple. It was quite sleepy. More seaweed's not bad. I think I have enough seaweed for the fish pond. We need 5 seaweed, 5 green algae. The green algae we definitely have. The seaweed I'm not as sure about. And now we're looking for super cucumbers out here, which this might be. It's definitely a feistier one. Yeah. Fantastic news. Another amphibian fossil. Okay, swap this around here. Let's do some bait making. I'm going to need to clear out some inventory space here. I think get rid of these 2 stones. I might get rid of this geode if push comes to shove, but for right now... Well, here's the thing. Because I'm going to need space for... No, this should be fine. This should still be fine, I think. Smoke your fish. Good shout. Smoke these remaining 3 sturgeons. That'll add to that pile. That'll free up 1 inventory spot. And as long as we have 1 inventory spot here to actually get super cucumbers, then I think we're sitting pretty. Ah, I was hoping to get an iridium quality super cucumber. That would have been choice. I'm gonna turn this one into bait as well, to be honest with you, just so I have a good stockpile here. I'm probably not gonna go through all that much bait like tonight specifically, because we probably want to leave around like midnight-ish to be able to get home. Yoink. Okay, I'm going to leave that bait in there because I don't have inventory space right now. I'll wait for these fish smokers to be done. I didn't mean to pull it in as soon as they were done, but you know what, it works. Then we can smoke that, grab the bait, pop it on, and away we go. And fish as much as I can in the remaining hour or so here. That crimson fish made you cry? I've had some pretty nasty crimson fish catches in my day. Like, sometimes it really just does not want to give it to you. It's a feisty one from time to time. Certainly not as bad as the glacier fish of the legend on average, but I swear sometimes it can be on par with them if you just, like, get unlucky with the patterns. The randomizer would like to talk. Randomizer is kind of notorious for giving you far too difficult fish far too soon. Not me having to catch an octopus at level 2 fishing, I think it was. What is with these amphibian fossils? I've gotten 3 amphibian fossils today. Wait, what is the chance on this? Hold on a second. Prying minds need to know. Fishing. Treasure chest. Amphibian fossil is... You know what? It's actually way higher odds than I thought it was. 2.8 to 3.1%. So not like insanely lucky, but still like a little strange to see it that often. But compared to the likes of, you know, the Prismatic Shard that we're hunting, that's like insanely likely. We're gonna see so many amphibian fossils before everything's said and done. Hello, Dancer Chick. Hello, hello. I'm doing well. How are you? I got one last extra spot in my inventory here for the smoked super cucumbers as well. I don't think this is a super cucumber, actually. So this might take up that spot. Halibut? No, that'll stack with the other one. Perfect. Perfect. I'm not going to start smoking any more here, because I wouldn't have time to finish them up and get home. I'm going to try to catch one more super cucumber and then head out. Beautiful. Not bad. Wait, I need inventory space to actually take these home with me. Okay, what am I trashing? I'm going to get rid of this one geode. That's fine. And I'm going to get rid of... maybe the coral? They can just stay there, but I want to bring them home so I can actually, like, smoke some of these super cucumbers overnight. I'll toss the coral. It's fine. Oop, oop, oop. Plus, if I want to keep going fishing up at the mountain lake, it'll be nice to have the bait maker ready to go with me. And the fish smokers, for that matter. That geode had your Prizzy, SMH? Luckily, only Omni geodes can have a Prizzy. If that had been an Omni geode as opposed to just like a regular geode, I would have probably thought twice about it. Unironically, because every Omni geode is a chance. This is why chests anywhere rules. It would solve this problem. But I don't mind. I don't mind. Should I invest in my next backpack upgrade? Get my backpack fully upgraded? Because that would definitely help with situations like this. Oh, okay. Definitely want to kill that guy. Let me see. What am I doing here? I still have 5 super cucumber bait. So I'm going to go ahead and do... let's see. Ship this. Ship the rainbow trout. Ship, like, all these other fish here. I could smoke these as well, but I'd rather just, like, save my smoking time for fish that are more worthwhile. Ship you. I'm saving you for the bait. 13,500 in smoked sturgeons. That's not too bad. Ship that. I can ship at least 2 of these amphibian fossils. There might already be one in my chest, but I'm going to hold on to one just in case. Grab this. There isn't one in here, actually. Okay, so that's perfect. Diamond I've already donated at some point. Glass shards I can store in there. Take out the ossify blade so I can go and take care of this freaking bozo. He's just standing there waiting for me. Okay. Store some of the extraneous little goodies here. Nice try. Nice try, you fool. Okay. Store this. I'm just gonna have the fish smokers out here doing their thing overnight on those 2 right there. Honestly, I can probably ship this rainbow shell as well. And you know what? I might as well actually just grab this out, pop that down, and turn the sturgeon into bait straight up. Okay. Very productive fishing day, I would say. Let's find out just how productive. Casual $18,000. Not too bad, not too bad. It's character growth. Who is this streamer? Was it from me asking about the backpack upgrade? Ooh, another bad day of daily luck. Unforch. 10 sturgeon bait's pretty good though. Smoke these last 2. Because I do still have extra super cucumber bait, so that's fine. Put these away in here. I don't know if I want to do more fishing today. I might just focus on... well, I'm gonna go commission something from Robin. It's just, what do I want to commission from Robin first? What's the highest priority here? We could do house upgrade, we could do coop, we could do barn, we could do fish ponds. Many different possibilities here. Ship those. And then I might work towards some, like, preserves jars and stuff. I feel like preserves jars, and well, I can't do kegs yet. Although setting up a tree farm in the near future here is probably not the worst idea. Where do I want to do a tree farm, though? Maybe up at the railroad? Railroad is usually pretty good for a tree farm. How many, like, tree seeds and stuff do I have? Oh yeah, we've got enough that we could get something set up here. We could do, like, 10 of each kind of thing. We don't usually need any more than that. Yeah, I might get that set up today. Boom, boom, and then 10 of these. Is the railroad open yet? Yep. We had the earthquake cutscene just at the end of the last stream, actually. Ooh, I've got 500 sap here as well. Store the... Well, how can I get as close as I can to 500 sap here? There we go. 500 sap for the sticky bundle. Gonna go ahead and set that aside with the donations there. Glad that just kind of added up on its own. Didn't have to go out of my way to actually plan that out. What is going to be the limiting factor as far for making preserves jars here right now? 50 wood, 40 stone, 8 coal. We've got a lot of wood right now, although some of that's going to go towards building projects. I think I'm low on stone, maybe 728 stone actually. So it's probably going to be coal. That's the limiting factor here. I'll make what I can right now, though, actually. Just to, like, see... I should be able to make 4 here. Yeah, 4. Okay. That's pretty solid. Where am I going to want them is the question. I'll just put them on the side here for right now. We can always organize it later. Get these going here. And I do have some strawberries that I need to start processing. So why the heck not? Grab all those, move these out of the way here. I didn't think that using the hoe to hit those would actually hoe the ground there for some reason. My brain is stuck on this, but I could have sworn there's a full Prizzy outfit in this game, and I need it to happen at some point in this playthrough. That is definitely on our list. Yeah, no, anytime you tailor Prismatic Shard, you have a random chance to get one of... I mean, you'll get a part of the Prismatic outfit, but it's random which piece you get each time. So you might have to tailor, like, quite a few Prismatic Shards in order to actually make it happen. But hopefully we'll be getting enough Prismatic Shards eventually that it won't be that big of a deal there. Okay. Since I'm gonna need more coal, both for, like, fish smoking and preserves jars and whatnot, I mean, coal's never a bad thing to have. I think we go dust sprite slaying today. I'm gonna set up this tree farm, get this established here. Do I have the tree fertilizer recipe, by the way? I do not. Okay, so we can't do any tree fertilizer or anything like that. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna commission... I think I'm gonna go... I'm gonna go fish pond first, I think. If I'm going more on preserves jars, then I can use the preserves jars for the crimson fish row. So I think we're gonna start with a fish pond here. 5, and I think 200 stone is what you need for the fish pond. I'll just bring all the stone though, all the stone that I have, just in case I'm misremembering here. And then I'm gonna go on a dust sprite rampage. So bring this and this. That should all be fine. Yeah, alright. I think this is good. And I've got carrots as far as food goes. Give Pi a little pat on the head as we're on our way out here, and away we go. Looking forward to the prismatic hair gel. I'm not going to guarantee the prismatic hair gel is a thing that's going to happen. If it does happen, if we happen to get, you know, Alex at the Desert Festival and the timelines nicely, then I would be very happy to get it. But I'm not going to say that it's going to be a requirement for this one. Oh, I should have thought about this. This area is going to be so full of... I should have brought, like, an axe here, so I can actually, like, clear out this area for the tree farm. Okay, Robin's not quite open yet. I'm going to go back and grab my axe. So I can start taking care of that more properly. I guess I could also just like leave the trees there and then like build the tree farm around them. But we will get a prismatic frog, right? That is... You know what? Yes. Yes, we will get a prismatic frog. I don't care how many times I have to put it through the anvil and how many iridium bars I waste. That's something that's at least a little more in my control than the prismatic hair gel. We'll get a prismatic frog. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Wait, good timing. Train is passing through Stardew Valley. Guess where I'm headed right now? Pride frog for Pride Month. Exactly. I can already tell you, by the way, this challenge is going to go like well beyond the actual timeline of Pride Month, just based on the RNG required for some of the things that we need to do here. Cool cat. Any cool cats in chat? One if you're a cool cat. All right, I'll let that just do its thing while I start clearing out debris here. Turning the freaking frogs gay. I haven't thought about that. That meme in so long. I don't think literally anything dropped. How unfortunate. Chat, why are so many people saying, too, that you're not cool cats? You're still cool. You're just, maybe you just don't identify as a cat? Cool cat likes to boogie woogie. I'm a raccoon, but not very cool. You're all so cool. Look at Woolen's message. 2 if you're a cool raccoon. Oh! Wait, that's so much better. That's wholesome. I thought everyone was just being, like, down on themselves. And I'm like, what the heck? Wait, chat, was yesterday Juneteenth? Yesterday was Juneteenth, right? Little mixed flower seed, yeah. Did anyone do anything fun for Juneteenth? It didn't even dawn on me that it was Juneteenth until I heard someone talking about it on a stream, and I was like, oh yeah. I was a little preoccupied yesterday with the whole face waxing situation. It wasn't necessarily like a full day affair, but I mean, I was actually there for a good while getting my face waxed. You're not American, so it makes sense. True. Is Juneteenth specifically an American holiday, though? I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember the specifics of Juneteenth. Chat taught me about Juneteenth when I asked about it previously, but I don't remember enough about it. Quick hydration break. Donated to community aid? Let's go. Had a closing night of a performance. Emsgids. Wait, what performance? Was it like a play? Okay. How do I want to space this out? These bushes can often get in the way. Should I do it like further up here? Or should I do it? I forget how I always do this. I'm just gonna do it like. Let's see. Hi, Abigail. I just want to make sure I don't accidentally like line up the trees with this row. I could do like one here, one here. I could start down here, and that would actually like work out kind of okay on this row. Yeah, let's try just starting right there. Oop. I can't see the seeds, so that's a little awkward, but the raccoons clearly approve of this plan. So it must be the right thing to do. Oh, sorry. Gotta love an early raccoon choir. Gotta love it. Alright. Yeah, we got just a little patch of trees here. Nothing too fancy. I could plant more of these pine cones, but honestly, we don't really need more pine trees than that. 10 pine trees is probably overkill anyway. And I'm glad to have those planted before green rain rolls around as well, because green rain will insta-grow all of the trees. Oh, we need to head to Robin's before she closes here. Any trees that you have in the ground will instantaneously grow in green rain, so having that set up nice and early here is handy, regardless of my tree fertilizer situation. Okay, fish pond right there. Beautiful. Where would I like this fish pond? I'll just put it up next to my house here for right now. I don't mind that. Can always move it later. It did eat up a good chunk of the grass there, which maybe was not the best because I should have like got a silo before doing that, but there's still plenty of grass, so. I'm not Black/African American, so it's not my place to celebrate, but it's my place to make sure my community continues to thrive. That's a great way to look at it, Woolen Feet. Even if it's not a day specifically for you, there's still things you can do to help and celebrate for sure. Yeah, help and celebrate and support the community who is being celebrated. Very well said. Okay, I'm putting away all these little freaking goodies. Boop, boop. We actually have a good amount of coal here. Well, not a huge amount compared to what I want, actually, for stuff eventually here. Juneteenth was your grandpa's favorite holiday? Yeah, for some reason I thought it was more... I didn't think it was just, like, an American holiday. But I guess it makes sense that I don't know as much about it, and it's not as, like, recognized up here if it is specifically American. Is floor 65 good for dust sprites? I know it's good for a great many things, because, I mean, it's number 65, but I don't know if dust sprites specifically are... I don't know if they like to make their home that much on floor 65. Any excuse to celebrate is a good reason to celebrate. There's something to celebrate every single day. I used to look at like an app that like showed me like what like holidays were happening on every single day of the year, because there's always something, no matter like how innocuous the day may be. Obviously Juneteenth is a more like proper actual celebration, a holiday more recognized than something like National Apple Pie Day or something like that. Obviously. But it is fun to look up and like just see like what random holiday is happening on stream today, or not. Well, I mean, also we could celebrate it on stream, but what random holidays might just be happening today? The fact that you're here and living is enough to celebrate. Great attitude. Love the positivity in chat today. And while that is enough to celebrate on its own, you better believe I'm looking it up. June 20th, holidays. June 20th, holidays and observances. American Eagle Day, International Asteroid Day, International Surfing Day, Mermaid Day. Wait, I love that. National Hike with a Geek Day, National Hollerin' Contest Day, National Ice Cream Soda Day, National Queen Amande Day, National Vanilla Milkshake Day, New Identity Day, Plain Yogurt Day, Polar bears swim. I want to go see polar bears swim. Holy cow. Wait, there's so many holidays today. Toad Hollow Day of Thank You. Turkey Lovers Day. Don't turkey lovers get enough days? Unless we're talking about, like, actually, like, you know, the animal, the turkey, and not, like, the turkey that you have at, like, a Thanksgiving meal kind of thing. Like, there are enough holidays where people are celebrating with turkey. I hope it's for the actual turkey animal, that one, and not like the not turkey the meat. Meteorological summer starts June 1st in the northern hemisphere. I have heard this. I have heard this before. Also, the googly eyes are new. Did someone steal some googly eyes? A package of googly eyes? How astute. I guess it has been such a while since I've added anything new to the steal command that anything that I do add is going to stick out. Just realized it's Father's Day today. Should do something for your father. If you are inclined to do so, absolutely. I'm gonna be calling my dad. I don't stay as in touch with my dad as I probably should. I don't have like a bad relationship with my dad or anything. It's just we just don't talk that much. Neither of us ever have that much to talk about, to be honest with you. Oh. Well, that's not true. My dad is actually like quite a chatterbox. Like, he's the type of person that you like, I'll text him something, and then he'll call me back, because he doesn't like to text, so he'll call, and then I'll be on the phone for minimum, probably like 40 minutes. Regardless of what the text was about, regardless of how innocuous and mild the conversation started. He's always got something to talk about. Let's give him something to talk about. That's where you get it from? Maybe. But here's the thing, like, on stream, obviously, I'm talking all the time, because that's kind of like what I have to do on stream. Otherwise, people would just not be here, probably. I don't think my gameplay alone is enough to sustain the attention of the stream. So I gotta zhuzh it up a little bit with some hot takes. As you do. But in my actual day-to-day life, I am quite quiet. I guess I like get it all out. I just talk it all out in my, like, when I'm on stream, and then like when I'm off stream, I'm like, I don't have anything else to say. I already spoke. Even though no one in my day-to-day life actually like heard that, because it was all on stream and they don't watch my streams. So they just perceive me as a quiet little mouse. I think you put in some of my steal suggestions, Miss Matrix. I was looking through our like DM history, Suze, to see if I could find any of the suggestions you made, because I remember you made them, but I like couldn't find them. Was it in our DMs, or was it somewhere else? So I was like looking. I was looking for a minute, because I was like, yeah, Suze, they have some good ideas to add to the steal list, but I couldn't remember what any of them were. If I did manage to get some of them in there, then that's a happy accident. I'm pretty sure the googly eyes one came from you. I came up with that one just like thinking about it while I was adding ones last night. So if you also did mention that, then you know what? Great minds think alike. I think they're in the feedback channel. Oh, okay. Well, there's more to add there for sure. A gold bar from a dust sprite? Is that right? That's something that can happen? Holy cow, it's freaking 10:10 p.m. How did it get so late? And right on cue, a shield steals the means of production. Just to prove that it's still in there. Steal all the dust sprites. Steals homie's jug of milk. I think that's a new one, too. It's okay. Homie doesn't particularly like milk. They're not inclined to it, so I feel like you can probably safely take their jug. Jug is such a funny word. Jug. I don't know, it just makes me smile to say it. I don't have any more profound thoughts on it than that. It's just a funny word. It's just a funny word to say. And sometimes that's all it needs to be. How much coal we got here? 22 coal. Probably good enough to call it quits there. I did get a good amount of iron during that as well. Let's go ahead and smelt this. Because why not? Might as well have the furnaces working on something here. Isn't jug also sometimes used to describe face? That's not the body part I usually think of when I hear jug. Yeah, I haven't heard that one. I haven't heard that slang. Jugular? Oh, yeah, that's mug. Yeah, no, you're thinking of mug. That's also it's just a funny term for a face, actually. A freaking mug. Okay. Bring all these home. Boop, boop, boop. And I have room for these as well. Perfect. And away we go. The jugs are indeed the boobies. The boobies. The boobers. Old-timey gangster vibes. It really is. Calling someone like, hey, you freaking ugly mug. Or something like that. I can absolutely say it. I can hear it in my head. A black and white movie featuring some like mob boss with a cigar hanging out the side of his mouth. Get over here, you rube. Yeah, I'm talking to you with the ugly mug. Alright, pop these away in here. I can go in there. Yeah, I only have one copper bar right now. I thought I was kind of low on copper. Dwarf Scroll 2, I'm pretty sure I already have one to donate. Yeah, so that's fine. Put this away here. Put this away here. Put the stone away in here. And away with that. Mug is definitely an insult for the face. I don't know if it's like inherently an insult, but I feel like it's just very commonly used, like, in insulting contexts. Something about the syllabicity of it lends itself to that. Still bad daily luck. Ooh, green rain! Wait, perfect timing. Perfect timing. Is Robin still going to be working on my fish pond through the green rain? I forget if she actually still keeps working when it's green rain time. I mean, I want to go further in the mines. I want to go further down in the mines if I can, but the daily luck is just not there. I might just have to go for it, though. I can't be sitting around here waiting on the daily luck. So I think I'm going to go for it. I also think I might, if I remember to, like, come down and actually, like leave the mines in time, I might go and invest in the final backpack upgrade here. So we do have enough money for that. Robin doesn't work in Green Rain on year 1. Okay. Well, it's fine. I'm not really in any rush to get that fish pond. It'll be nice to have it, but it doesn't need to be rushed. We can wait an extra day on it. That's okay. I think the reason I forgot mug was for face was because it's usually an insult, and insults are mean. True. But yeah, I don't think mug in itself is inherently insulting. At least that's not the way it started, I don't think. Maybe it's more like that now, but... Alright, well that's a good start. For not having the best daily luck, that's a pretty strong start. That was literally the only monster on this floor. Matt, what an infested floor. Can we get more infested floors like that, please? Holy. Okay, be careful here. I don't know if I've ever seen that. An infested floor with literally one monster. Okay. Give me a little room to breathe here, please. You silly monsters, you silly goobers. Getting a good amount of coal out of these guys, actually. Did we not just have that conversation? Am I imagining this? I tend to repeat myself from time to time. It's been known to happen. I found it in our DMs in like 2 seconds. Oh. Maybe I just didn't scroll up far enough, because I thought it was like relatively recent. It's also possible that I just like glanced over it. It's okay. Feel free to like resend it. Resend the suggestion, Suze. It was last August. Okay, yeah, I didn't scroll up far enough. I thought it was more recent than that. I really did. Am I the only one not DMing her? I mean, I don't like DM on like a regular basis with just about anybody. If you have something to say to me, then feel free to DM it to me, but usually I don't just like DM like out of the blue or anything like that. Control F? Can you control F in DMs? I've actually never tried that, I don't think. Like, I thought like if it wasn't like immediately on the screen, then it wouldn't like work, but you know what? That's a I should have thought to try that. $4.95 came nice and quick here. You know what? Since we got to floor 95 so quick, it's nice and early. Pierre is open now. Let's go ahead and head down into town here. Get that cheeky little backpack upgrade and be on our way. You can look for words in Discord, but it needs to be the whole word, not just parts of the word. I got you. I have searched like on the Discord or like on the server before, but not specifically in like DMs. Yeah, on the server, I know I can search around for like specific words or specific users and that sort of thing. I've had to do that from time to time, but need sandfish for my latest project. Help! You know what, Mara? I might be able to make that happen for you. Sandfish is not a bad thing to go for. Cheeky little backpack upgrade. How crazy is it, by the way, that a backpack costs the same amount as upgrading your house? Obviously, I get it from a gameplay balance perspective, but like diegetically speaking, Pierre, that's an insane price for a backpack. Assuming that 10,000 gold is like a reasonable, modest price in Stardew Valley for an upgrade to your house, having the backpack cost the same amount is egregious. Imagine you're getting ready to go back to school and like your freaking backpack costs the same as a new car or something like that. Maybe the military is buying up all the backpacks for the war. I so often forget that Stardew Valley is canonically at war. Like, it's in war times. You think Robin is just very cheap? That's also a possibility. It could be that Robin isn't valuing her services high enough. Which I'm grateful for, because, you know, I like getting the... I like the prices that she has. They feel very reasonable to me. But in the context of the world itself, maybe it's... She could probably jack up those prices a little bit. Nobody would bat an eye. I mean, she did technically jack up her prices a little bit between 1.5 and 1.6. The second house upgrade now costs 65,000 instead of 50,000. Buy a whole cabin for $100. That is crazy. That is crazy now that I think about it. That is true. I guess you do also provide the materials. It's not just like you're not paying for the full cost of it. If you had to pay also for, I mean, I guess you could, like, for things that only like require like wood and stone and whatever. You could pay Robin like the full price for resources as well, because you can just buy the resources from Robin, in which case it would be much more expensive. I'm just looking for a freebie on this floor because I know it's kind of a big floor. To be fair, the cabin is subsidized by some state institution. Is that a true... Is that true lore? Or is that just what we choose to believe? Kill these fools. I just want to come and get this diamond that's over here. Also, farms tend to have less building regulations, and you're providing much of the materials yourself. Yeah, no, it all makes sense when you lay it out like that. Ooh, good copper vein here. Let me get rid of you first, just because you're going to be harassing me otherwise. Dude, the luck on these ladders is actually kind of crazy. Getting one from a rock there is especially crazy, because the ones from rocks do actually depend on daily luck. The ones from monsters don't. I have such bad daily luck right now. Okay, the spiral floor. I do not see a freebie staircase here. Yeah, it's not the worst daily luck, but it is bad. It's bat luck, I believe. Carrots are so freaking good for energy. I love it. We're going to want a better source for energy eventually here, but carrots will do nicely for right now. I mean, I feel like these carrots will at least last until we get our summer squash up and running. Good amount of stone there as well. We take those. Need to come up with something for lunch today. I often end up like not having lunch. I kind of want to get into the habit of having like a more consistent lunch. Bruh. Wait, there is a freebie down here. I just missed it. Shoot. Well, at least it wasn't too far along. That's floor 100, baby. Ooh, and you know what? I'll take the star drop, because I think if we get a full energy refill here, we could probably make it to floor 105. You're usually streaming during your lunchtime, but even on non-stream days, I don't have lunch. I'm usually just kind of snacky. You found a star drop? Your mind is filled with thoughts of girls. OMG, me? Wait. Oh my gosh, I feel so seen. My mind is filled with thoughts of girls. Can anyone else relate to this? Lesbians rise up. Yeah, like I do think that like having lunch is having a regular lunch is a pretty good thing. Breakfast, I tend to agree with the old adage that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. If I don't have something for breakfast, I'm having a bad day. Or if I have like a really late breakfast or something like that, I feel like I just like don't have enough energy and I waste a lot of time for the day. I'm just gonna take it, honestly. And like I do think lunch can help from time to time, but more often than not, like it just feels like a nuisance. Like it feels like the amount of time it would take to like go and sort out a lunch is not worth the extra energy I would get out of it. I feel like I often have enough energy from breakfast to last me until dinner. And then I get the energy I need from dinner to last me through the evening. Spotted headscarf. A babushka. We like this fit here. It's cute. Doesn't quite match our purple fit here, though. To be fair, the the straw hat doesn't match much. I mean, the straw hat actually matches, like, I feel like every freaking outfit in the game. Pretty ubiquitous. Sliced bread and toppings is too much of a bother. Yep. I mean, once you actually get up and go to the kitchen and take care of it, it like happens so... It just goes so fast, depending on what you actually want to do for lunch, but... I think I'm making floor 110 here. I do not. So I'm going to go ahead and pivot. Pivot! 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 Pivot to Dust Sprite killing here. A little Dust Sprite slaying. Usually just grab a granola bar and call it a day. I'm kind of the same way. Yeah, I'm usually just like snacking throughout the day. Granola bars, cheese strings, sometimes just like cheese and crackers. Like that's like a more complete snack for me. Is if I like slice up some cheese and put it on some crackers. If I get back in the habit of exercising on a more regular basis, then I'll probably want to incorporate lunch more consistently into my daily regimen. Make mean protein pancakes. Pancakes are so good. Pancakes are so good, but I never feel like making them for myself. I think pancakes are really good, but like the idea of cleaning up like the mess of like the pancake batter and stuff after the fact is enough of a deterrent usually for me to not want to make them. And I know that's pretty bad, but like it's just how it is. To thine own self be true. And that is mine own self. I'm also about to die, I'm realizing. You know what? I might just head home instead of using a carrot here to keep myself going. I think we made good progress today, especially considering how bad the daily luck was. I think we made like really good progress. Go ahead and smelt some copper here. Copper's the thing we're lowest on right now. And then a little bit of gold just for good measure. Okay, leave all that behind. I'll bring the coal back home with me. Is there anything else I want to leave behind here, though? Or anything else I want to bring home, for that matter? I'll bring those home, bring that home. I think that's good. Pancakes are great, but I also don't vibe with how thick they be. I like a nice, thick, fluffy pancake. But you don't have to make them particularly thick. You can make them many different sizes. You didn't see what I said about the Direct? What did I see? Did I see there's a new boxing game thing coming? Fitness Boxing 3, I did see about that, actually. I don't know if I want to invest in that, because I don't know how much more value I would get out of it compared to just, like, going back to fitness boxing 2. Well, that's awkward. Bro just disappeared off the face of the earth. That guy had my prismatic shard, too! I can't believe they would do that to me. I didn't think that. I thought he would keep coming at me. I thought he would still exist if he was off the side of the screen like that. I swear that's how it normally is supposed to work. Okay, I need to set aside some stuff for donations here as well for the Summer Forge donations. Bang, bang, bang. Squid ink I'm going to put in the fishing chest. Just because squids are fish. At least according to the game, they're fish. There we go. It is Green Rain Day tomorrow. Probably a good day to just, like, mainline some forging experience. Go around getting a bunch of moss, getting a bunch of stuff like that taken care of. So I'll have my scythe and my axe at the ready. Keep my hoe on me as well, I suppose. I don't know if the sword... I think the scythe is probably better, just because the sword does have -2 speed, so it's not going to be going as fast as the scythe. I don't think the scythe gives you any extra benefit as far as, like, getting more... whatchamacallit, though? Like, more moss or anything like that. Level 5 combat. Give me the scout profession, please. Level 6 mining. Not bad either. Green rain has arrived. A green rain has descended upon the valley. Ooh. I love Green Rain Day. We're going all in on the moss front here. I don't know what I'm eventually going to do with all this moss. Oh, my freaking wheat is ready too. Perfect. Don't want to plant anything else in that spot. In those spots with the... where the wheat used to be then. Probably. I probably want to actually use that for something here. I think I'm just going to plant a bunch of mixed seeds, to be honest with you, though. I don't think I'm going to worry too much about, like, what's actually planted here. Just plant some mixed seeds and have fun with it. Instead of going out of my way to, like, buy any seeds here. Okay, these are going to be for the fodder bundle. This can also be set aside for the fodder bundle. It's not nearly enough fodder, but it is something. Thanks for the 30 stone, Dad. Appreciate you. Appreciate you too, Gus. Maybe we'll swing by the saloon just to chat up with everybody, because there will be a lot of friendship possibilities in town there if we want to go for that. Katrine. I can't parse your name. Wait. I'm gonna go with Katrine. Correct me if I'm wrong. But hey, nice to see you here. First time catching the live stream. Happy to have you. I'm glad you enjoy the VODs. We have many people who are consistent VOD watchers. 3 if you're a consistent VOD watcher. We love the VOD watchers around here. Katrine Thorstad here. That's what it looked like, but I wasn't sure if that was the... I wasn't sure if I was, like, missing something. Happy to have you here. Like Thor's daughter. Ooh, wait. No, I have seen names like that before. That's, because it's like there's a lot of, like, Norse names. Like, Norse surnames that end in, like... Oh, I should have recognized that. That end in, like, daughter or son, right? That's a very common, like... A very common surname. Icelandic. Ooh. Katrin Thor's daughter is how it's pronounced. Noted. I love that. That's a good name. I should probably leave my farm to actually, like, go take more proper advantage of the of the green rain here. Down in like Cindersap Forest especially. Like there will be some bushes around my farm as we've seen, but not nearly as many compared to down in the forest. I'm still mad at Hank Green for the record. What are we mad at Hank Green about? Perfect pronunciation? Well, I'm gonna get... I mean, I'll give the credit for the perfect pronunciation to you. Catrin. You laid it out so cleanly for me. For someone who's talking about the fish thing, about how fish don't exist. Fish aren't normal. Sneezes aren't normal. I never sneeze. What am I not mad at Hank Green about? I haven't kept up with Hank Green's stuff recently, but I don't think there's I don't think there's great cause to be mad at him. Is there? Unless I missed something. So the thing about how fish aren't real. Is that where that originated, was from Hank Green? Because I would just see people come into my chat and talk about how fish aren't real. And I'd be like, but they are. They are real. Maybe the term, like, I think it's a good opportunity to, like, educate about, you know, what the term fish actually refers to. Keeps making inaccurate videos about communities he really isn't in. I haven't seen any of that. They are, you just can't define them. Like, I do think there's a good, like I said, there's a good opportunity there to teach about, you know, what they're trying to get across when people say that fish aren't real. But I think just popping in and saying that fish aren't real is, like, more confusing and inflammatory than it needs to be. Maybe not inflammatory necessarily, but I feel like if you tell someone that fish aren't real, then they're gonna, there's a chance someone could get mad at you if you, like, just keep on pressing them and being like, fish aren't real, fish aren't real. It's like, what are you actually trying to say? Just explain it more, explain what you actually mean instead of just being like, fish aren't real. Because fish as we think of them are very clearly real. Like there are fish. There are fish in the world. We're not saying they aren't real, we're saying they're not a thing. That's still not any more clear, I don't think. I think saying fish are not a thing is, in most people's eyes and ears, equivalent to saying that fish aren't real. I think the more accurate thing to say, if I understand how it works correctly, is that fish as we know them, or fish as we think about them, cannot be broadly classified under one umbrella term, aka fish. Scientifically speaking. That's usually what people mean when they say fish aren't a thing. But I think phrasing it properly to allow for the opportunity to learn about something like that is an important skill. It is kind of fun to just say fish aren't real or fish aren't a thing, because it's just such an absurd sounding phrase. But if you actually want to, like, teach about it, you got to be careful. Especially on the internet these days, because on the internet, in modern internet days, I feel like everyone is so primed for someone to come along and try to troll or rage bait you in some way. Because people will just be going out there posting, like, nonsense that they know is going to make someone angry or confused or upset, just like for fun, because they want to get a rise out of somebody because they're bored or whatever. It's like saying veggies aren't real, yeah. Like, within a certain context, sure, veggies aren't, like, vegetables. It's not a useful term. Within, like, a scientific classification perspective or botanical classification, but it's very useful in a culinary perspective. Argon keeps missing the point. Do I? So that's the right way to say it. It's a cultural reference, though. I mean, that is different. If it's like a cultural reference / meme, then I suppose if it's just not a reference you understand, then, like, that that changes things, too. Are you wanting to chat to townspeople today? Nah, I'm good. I thought about it, but I was like, I'd rather just be out here gathering resources, to be honest with you. We can always prioritize friendship and whatnot later. A long-running podcast by the QI Elves, writers of QI. This I am not familiar with in any capacity, I don't think. This is definitely a Hollow Knight song. Yeah, this one's Green Path. This one's 100% Green Path. I could be chopping more trees and stuff, but I feel like I'd rather prioritize the fiber and the moss, just because it's harder to farm that than it is to farm wood. Friendship is magic? No, friendship is a layer issue. What does that mean? Friendship is a layer issue. QI stands for quite interesting. This type of fact is their bread and butter. Ooh. Who does the podcast? Is it anyone that I would, like, know about? Is it like a... Is it like a famous personality that I would know about? What's the podcast, or is it even a podcast? There's like a different channel that Michael Vsauce does. Michael Stevens, aka Michael Vsauce. What's that channel? I've watched a few videos from them. Those are always a good time. There's always something good to learn with good old Michael Vsauce. I'm trying to remember the name of the channel now, though, because it's him and a co-host. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. I only know her from that channel. Any more moss in town here? I think there might be more moss up towards the mountains here. Probably the best place to look. I tend to take those videos with a grain of salt, because it really feels like that video is just a stream of consciousness, as his thoughts are random thoughts. Oh, we're talking about Hang Green. That's fair. Demetrius is still out here. What the heck? That is fair if they are just like stream of consciousness videos, but I do think that it's important for, like, Hank Green is seen as a pretty reputable source for a lot of people. So if he does put out an opinion, even if it's on something that he, like, doesn't know that much about, and there's the potential for, like, false information, I think it's important to be careful about that for sure. That said, I don't know, like, anything about the situation being discussed outright, so also take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Look at my trees. Look at the wait, they didn't all grow. I forgot that it's not guaranteed for your trees to grow. It's just a good chance for the trees to grow. Are the ones that turned into wild trees here, are they going to stay wild trees? I forget how Green Rain works, because some of them stay wild trees, but I don't think they all stay wild trees, right? You don't think so? Yeah, I seem to remember like they... Like some of them during the day will turn into those kind of like wild green rain trees, but once the day is over, then a lot of them change back. But some of them don't. So some of these might still be green rain trees when the day changes over. I think most change back. I'm gonna hope those ones change back, because those ones I actually want to use for my tree farm. Good amount of fiber and moss and stuff up here too, actually. Very, very handy. 278 moss is not too bad. Not quite enough for our Statue of Blessings, which is going to be the main moss sink eventually, but don't have to worry about that for a while anyway. Get rid of that. Ooh, my jelly is ready. Are you jelly of my jelly? My strawberry jelly? Put all this away. Mossy seed. That can all go in there. Delightful. Those. Do not eat the strawberry, please. Okay. How much coal do I have, by the way? 49 coal. I think I might just invest in some more preserves jars right now. Do I want to go all in on preserves jars? That would be like 6 more preserves jars I can make. That would give me 10 preserves jars. That's a pretty good amount of preserves jars, at least for the foreseeable future here. It does leave me at a bit of a coal deficit for right now, but I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to invest in that, I think. Have a good one there, Mr. Mustache. Yeah, I don't want you to pass out. Take care of yourself. Rest well, and we'll see you later. Green rain keeps it like so bright out, actually. I'm just realizing, even like the areas that aren't like immediately around me, it's still pretty bright. Okay, put all that away. Fiber. Is this a donation? Rusty spur. Already got one. Okay. I should probably just run and do a donation run tomorrow. Have a good amount of artifacts and stuff that I could probably get away with it. Level 6 foraging for my lightning rod. Not bad. Okay. A little bit of... Oh, I didn't put any freaking strawberries in those preserve jars that I just made. I just realized. That was like the whole point, is I wanted to be able to process my strawberries a little bit faster. And then I freaking didn't even do it. I did learn how to make baked fish, though, so that's pretty good. Ooh, star drop luck today. We might be able to make a push towards the very bottom of the mines. I don't know if I want to go all the way, though. I'm not sure that I want to go all the way, just because it would cause the monsters down... It would cause all monsters to gain, like, an HP buff if I do it. But then I would have access to Skull Cavern if I wanted to, but I'm probably not going to Skull Cavern in the near future, to be honest with you. My fish pond is ready. That's very nice to see. Wait, how does that work, that my fish pond is ready? Robin wasn't working on it, was she? Robin wasn't working on it. Does it only take, like, her 1 day of work to make the fish pond? Wait, but then wouldn't the fish pond have been ready yesterday because she wasn't working on it? I don't know. When did she finish it? When did she finish it? She wasn't here yesterday. I'm going to make a sign for it, for completeness' sake. Whoop. She was here in spirit, and I guess her spirit is just that strong that it was able to finish off the job without her actually physically being here. Crazy times. Alright. I do think traveling cart is a good shout. Anytime I go to the traveling cart on a whim like this, it always seems to be working out so far in this challenge, so I'll take it. The rain filled it up for her. That was just the last piece that was missing. Needed to fill up the fish pond with some water, and the green rain took care of that. Maybe we'll get even, like, more high-quality roe. Flounder cloth, periwinkle, beet, algae soup, grape starter, radish seeds, the freaking muzzuma root. 5 more rare seeds? Am I crazy that I want to buy these too? We bought 5 rare seeds at the previous traveling cart. Do I dare buy 5 more rare seeds? Have 10 sweet gem berries growing? I think that's more sweet gem berries than I've grown across, like, all my other save files combined. I swear. That's so many sweet gem berries. I'm going for it. I'm doing it. Why the heck not? A full field of sweet gem berries? Wouldn't that be exciting? I don't think we're going to get quite that many sweet gem berries. Well, that's lucky. Ooh, I didn't even realize that my freaking summer squashes are ready here, too. Very nice. 63 energy per summer squash. Not quite as good as the carrots, but they are regrowable, so that definitely helps. Yeah, 10 rare seeds is unreal. And only one of them I actually have to, like, do something with. The other ones I can just ship straight up. Never filled the greenhouse with sweet gem berries? I don't think so. Because normally it takes so long to get, like, a good supply of rare seeds. I mean, maybe we've been presented an opportunity here. Having 10 rare seeds from the traveling cart so readily. Maybe instead of, like, shipping them outright, maybe I, like, use them on the seed maker, get a whole bunch of sweet gem berries, grow them up, and, like, maybe I actually go for... Maybe I farm sweet gem berries for the first time in my life, rather than going for, like, the classic starfruit route, like starfruit, legendary roe, fish pond, that sort of thing. Maybe we mix it up a little bit here. We'll see. That's something I can decide later, though. For right now, I want to actually keep that with me. Do I want to run and do a donation? Do some donations right now? I think I will. I think I'll do my donations, and then I will head up to the mines and try to make it down to at least floor 115. And if I want to go beyond that, then I can at that point, but I'm not going to force myself to, because I might save... might as well just, like, focus on some monster eradication before I get to the bottom of the mines. Okay, I think that should be all for donations here. I might want to bring this farm warp totem with me. That way I can just, like, stick around at the mines for longer, but I feel like I can probably use it in a better circumstance eventually. Yoink. Sweet gem berries are competitive with ancient fruit and starfruit, but they require a whole nother setup. Yeah, I've never looked at the math to just see how good they are, because it is always just, like, such a long setup for sweet gem berries, right? Looking for a ripe wheat. I'll pay you when you bring it. Penny? I'm not doing that, I'm afraid. I only have 10 wheat, and I need to donate it to the freaking Junimos. Surely you understand. Okay. We have some forage stuff to donate here. We can actually complete one bundle. Actually complete 2 bundles over here now that I think about it. Summer foraging. Boom, boom, boom. Summer seeds. I might sell these summer seeds. No, I'll probably keep them around and maybe make tea saplings out of them eventually. I think I'm fine with that. Sticky bundle also completed. For a little charcoal kiln. Wild medicine bundle. Oh, I need 5 freaking purple mushrooms for this. Ooh, I also need fiddlehead ferns. I should set those aside. And some white algae. I didn't even realize I had the wild medicine bundle here. Do I need the purple mushroom for anything else? Like a bulletin board bundle here at all? Chef Enchanter's bundle does not require the purple mushroom. I just always think that it does because it's got the wizard's face on it. No purple mushroom here either. Fodder bundle. I do need stuff for that, or I do have some of the stuff for that. Fodder bundle. These are museum donations. Oh, crystal fruit. Oh. Alright, I need to save up more purple mushrooms then. Just found a very cursed Spiritomb card in your collection. I mean, that makes sense for Spiritomb. Spiritomb is literally a Pokemon that contains the souls of 108 damned people. It's like one of the most cursed Pokemon you can possibly encounter. So for there to be a cursed Spiritomb, cursed-looking Spiritomb card, I wouldn't have it any other way, quite frankly. I don't like doing sweet gem berries because if you get anything less than 3 seeds from the seed maker, it's just not worth it. That's somehow the first lost book I've found this whole time. I've been hitting artifact spots. I've been hitting them. No, that's fair. Yeah, if you don't get 3 seeds from like if you just if you take all the time to grow a sweet gem berry and then put it into seed maker and you just get like 1 rare seed back out of it, it does feel bad. It feels very bad, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen like a third of the time on average. Which makes me think maybe it's better if I just, like, don't even worry about the seed maker process, because I got all of the seeds that I have now just from the traveling cart. I did have to pay for them, but at least, you know, I can get, like, pure profit instead of, like, you know, turning them back into seeds and then, like, potentially having to wait again. Go look and stream discussion at the cursed Spiritomb card. Let's see. Wait, he's so happy! What? This isn't cursed, this is cute! Wait, he's so happy! Oh, I love him! No, he's not cursed! Look at that! Wait. It's really good! He's got like this big old happy smile. He just wants to hug you. You'll send it to me? The art style there, it kind of makes me think of like Starry Night a little bit. Anyone else seeing that? It's got a little Vincent van Gogh quality to it. Just a little bit. I like it. Looks like a psychedelic art piece. I'm dancing. I'm dancing with my new Spiritomb friend. Tend to keep 2 full rows of sweet gem berries growing in the greenhouse at all times. Really? I don't think that's a very common thing. At least I've never done it, but maybe, I don't know, maybe more people grow sweet gem berries than I realize, than I give them credit for. Okay, I put away all this stuff in here. Actually, I might just leave the charcoal kiln out here at the mines. It's probably the place I'm going to get the most value out of it, realistically. Although I'd have to bring wood here to actually get value out of it, now that I think about it, so maybe not. I don't have any coal with me right now, so I can't do any smelting. I think I used up pretty much all my coal on preserves jars, so we're going to want to get more. But for right now, the main focus is going to be floor 115, if I can swing it. You're a very uncommon person, then you're amongst good company. From my understanding, for sweet gem berries to be... Wait. For sweet gem berries, you have to split your farm in 2. Half for hyper speed grow to get as many seeds as possible, and the other half for deluxe sweet fertilizer. You sound like you know what you're talking about. I'm going to trust you implicitly and not do any of my own research into that. Inky, I'm trusting you 100%. I'm going to do exactly that. That said, I don't have access to hyper speed grow right now. Nor have I ever really made hyper speed grow on a consistent basis. Usually I only make hyper speed grow for like the perfection requirement for crafting. But if you were going to use hyper speed grow on anything, it should be on something like sweet gem berries, where it just takes so insanely long for them to grow, and they're not regrowable, so it's kind of the perfect crop for it, I guess. It's easy to farm. Hyper speed grow is. What do you need to make hyper speed grow again? You need like radioactive ore and something else. I don't think whatever else you need is that like big of a deal, but I think the I think the radioactive ore is the expensive component to that recipe. Mostly just put quality fertilizer on them and hope for gold. Honestly, there are probably worse ways to go about it. To be valid, to be fair. You're a slow casual player. Just enjoy the income boost when it comes. I'm pretty slow and casual as well, yeah. I don't like to speedrun things too much. I min-max like where I can. If it's not too inconvenient for me and I like kind of know what I'm supposed to do, I'll try and min-max some stuff, but in general, I just like to take a more laid-back approach when I can, at least within the context of the challenge. Squire's Helm! Ooh, and there's a freebie over there, too. There you go, now I'm very well protected. The Squire's helmet always looks so freaking cramped. It's so small on my head. That's a hat upgrade. I don't know if I like it that much, to be honest with you. At least not with this fit. Sorry, I was having an itch. Sorry, it was Argon's taskbar. Wait, what part of the conversation did I miss? Are you ragging on my taskbar? Argon, update your computer? What do you mean? My computer's fine. My computer's perfectly fine as it is, thank you very much. What's wrong with my taskbar? It's normal. It's Windows 10. And I'm scared. I'm scared to go to Windows 11. It wants to install updates. Let it. It probably wants to update to Windows 11. I'm scared. Hold on. Let me see. Is there actual updates that's waiting for? Windows 11 version 25H2 is ready for your PC. But I don't think I'm ready for it. Don't update. It's a trap. A blue dot. I mean, I figured that would be Windows 11 because they're not doing Windows 10 updates anymore, right? Stay on Windows 10. I mean, I'll probably update to Windows 11 eventually. Just as things like migrate in that direction, but security and all that, yeah. Yeah, that is the scary thing. The slammer. Would I rather be using the slammer over the ossified blade? The ossified blade. 40 to 55 damage, -2 speed. It do be slamming. I mean, it's got a great special attack. Probably want both of them up there just for kicks. That way I can use this for like a special attack, and then I can use this for main combat. Would recommend Linux, but I don't know how that would work with your workflow. I mean, I know Linux is like very powerful and very good if you can get it like up and running and understand how it all works, but I'm so entrenched in my habits with Windows that I feel like it would be such a high barrier to entry, but it might be worth it, honestly. It might be worth it. Baby steps, though. I'm also thinking about maybe changing internet browsers. I've tried a lot of different internet browsers, but I want to try out some of the more like niche ones as well. Like right now, I'm rocking like Opera GX, which is fine, but it has its problems for sure. Previously, I was on Chrome for a long time, which is also fine, but it has its problems. I've tried out Firefox, which is not my favorite. It's good, but it has its quirks as well. I'm just trying to... I don't know. None of them have ever felt quite right for me. But there was one that was recommended to me recently. Does anyone have experience with an internet browser called Zen? Holy Blade, by the way. The Holy Blade, what the heck, man? Wait, that's actually good. I actually like having that because that'd be good for mummies when we get down to into Skull Cavern. Holy. You think Zen browser is the current internet darling? Yeah, I've had it recommended, but I've not done any research into it, so I don't know like how good it is. How good or bad it is, but I've seen it recommended around a few times for sure. The only thing I know about Zen, or that I've seen about Zen, is that at least by default the taskbar, where like all your tabs and stuff are, is on the side. It's on like the left side of the window instead of on top. I've seen that, and that immediately like caught my attention because obviously it's so different compared to like basically every other browser that I've ever experienced. But if it's like designed in a good way, like around that to incorporate that, then I feel like it could definitely have its merits. I'd be willing to try it out. Found 19 safety pins around your bed. That's scary. Are you okay? I'm rethinking my life. Give me back all the corners of my windows. I do like windows that are just like boxes, sharp edges. I don't particularly like rounded corner windows. Wait, special slime. I own you. I own you. Ooh, shadow dagger. Wow, that sucks. When you hold the blade to your ear, you can hear you can hear 1,000 souls shrieking about how terrible this dagger is. Those 1,000 souls shrieking are the 1,000 people that have tried the shadow dagger in actual combat scenarios and been like, no, it's so bad. It's so bad. I wish it was better, but it is not among the echelon of daggers that are actually like good in this game. 1,000 souls streaking? Count me in. No, I said shrieking, not streaking. The duality of the weapon drops today. Floor 115. Do I want to go down all the way to floor 120, get the skull key? I mean, it's 9:30 p.m. anyway. I don't think I would make it. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it right there. I'm going to swap back to Straw Hat territory as well for right now. And let's get some more dust sprites taken care of here. I'm going to eat 1 carrot just to feel safe. What's your next Robin project? That's a good question. I think I need a little more money. Although, I can go for a silo, actually, now that I think about it. Silo to lead into, like, a coop and a barn and stuff. Why am I even killing these guys? I should be just focusing on the dust sprites. Yeah, maybe silo next. So you're right, I should be prioritizing those. I got done with the fish pond, and then I was like, well, that's it for Robin. That's not the way it goes. That's not how any of this works. Ooh, good amount of iron here, actually. Need to actually wash my face. Chat, can I be honest with you? Can I be vulnerable for a moment? Up until earlier this year, I was not in the habit of washing my face. At least not, like, using, like, a dedicated face wash situation. I would wash my face with, like, body wash in the shower, but that was about all I did. Which is better than nothing, but definitely left something to be desired. You don't wash your face daily. I mean, I don't wash my face daily, even now that I do actually like have like a proper face wash. Girl. But I do actually have like instead of just using body wash, I have an actual face wash now. No moisturizer. Generally not, honestly. I don't have particularly dry skin a lot of the time, which is when I would want to use moisturizer. That said, I know moisturizer does have benefits even if you don't have like consistently dry skin. So I do use it from time to time. CeraVe is your go-to. I'm not sure what the brand I have right now is. Moisturizer and sunscreen are the most important things. I'm bad about sunscreen. Then again, I don't actually go outside that often, but when I do go outside, I'm not wearing sunscreen. And for that reason, I generally don't stay outside very long. But even if I'm not staying outside very long, it's probably still not good. I should probably be putting on sunscreen. Sunblocking moisturizer in the morning. Regular moisturizer at night. You have red hair? Yeah, I'm bad. I'm pretty bad. But I'm working on fixing it. I'm working on fixing it. I'm trying to take better care of my body. Trying to take better care of both my body and my mind. Little steps at a time. Because like previously, before I came out as trans, I was like, I just kind of like didn't care about my appearance whatsoever. I was willing to let my body just kind of like languish. Now that I've come out as trans and I feel like more comfortable in my identity, at least a little bit more comfortable, I care more about that stuff. And I'm starting to realize just how many things I was not doing that I should have been doing all along to help take care of like my skin and my hair and my just body in general. But yeah, no, I don't think it's certainly not too late. I'm only in my 30s here. I'm just barely into my 30s too. Stream cam when? That's probably a while off still. I'm still very, very uncomfortable with my current appearance, I would say. So I don't think I'm going to be returning to stream cam anytime soon. Alright, I think we're good to go there. Even though I tan and don't burn in the sun 99% of the time, the whole gardener job, I always get good sunblock to wear it every day. And I've still burned your arms once. I haven't had a sunburn in a good while. Because I'm just like, I'm pretty aware of like how long I can stay outside without getting sunburnt. That said, I really should just invest in sunscreen. What SPF should I go for with sunscreen? Is it literally just like the higher the better? Or is there like diminishing returns at some point where it's like there's not really a point to going above like 30 SPF? 50? I've heard 50 before. So that tracks with previous knowledge. SPF 2 mil. That can go in there. Purple mush. That's for the community center eventually. Perfect. Spa day sounds so good. I hope you find a girl buddy to do a spa day with. I would love to do a spa day, but yeah, I feel like I would want to go with somebody else as opposed to just like by myself. I think that would be so nice, to be honest with you. Home spa day? I could do that too. I talk to my mom about something like that, see if she has any recommendations that way. The spirits are very happy today. Another good luck day. Beautiful. Crimson Fish Roe. Eventually we'll start putting that into preserves jars, but I think I'm probably going to work through my strawberries before I do that. Poppy is ready. That is for the chef's bundle there. Okay, and I can fill that spot with something else here. Do I just want to go mixed seed? I might go summer squash seed. A little extra summer squash for my nourishment. I'm not sure how far along I am on the dust sprite eradication goal. I should have checked that last night. Do I want to keep going on that? I kind of do. I kind of just want to go all in on the dust sprite eradication. Get a bunch of coal, get that taken care of, get the burglar's ring, and then we can start focusing down. And then I can feel more comfortable getting to the bottom of the mines. Oh, I also need to commission something from Robin today. Let's do silo. I always forget what you need for the silo as far as resources go. It's like clay and stone and copper bars, I think. But I don't remember how much of each. 100 stone, 10 clay, 5 copper bars. I have 9 clay! What do you mean? Is it clay farming time? Well, that's awkward. I mean, I guess I can just go get, like, 1 piece of clay. 5, 9. Grab 100 of these. Do I need both of these on me right now? I do think actually having both of them is kind of handy. Yeah, I should be able to get some clay just from the mines here, so I think we can go focus down the mines. Focus down those dust sprites. Luau is coming up pretty soon here as well. Definitely want to have something ready for that. I'll probably just... I mean, I have extra sturgeon bait. I can always go catch another, like, gold quality sturgeon. So that shouldn't be much of a concern. Let me check my trees up here as well. Did any of them stay green rain trees? No, they're all good. Okay. I do need to get some tappers up there for those too, so... More copper as well. More copper is due. I mean, I could go mining for copper. I'm in such the habit of like gathering my own resources from situations like other challenges, like Price of Perfection and Fleeting Farm and whatnot. But realistically, a lot of what like the resources that I need, like coal and copper and stuff, I'm probably better off like going fishing all day, making a bunch of money, and then just like buying a ton of copper ore and coal. But I do need to do the this eradication goal eventually anyway, so I feel like I'm not like wasting time doing this. Yeah, I want to hit up this place first though, just so I can hopefully get a piece of clay. Literally 1 piece of clay. There we go. Perfect. Good to get that out of the way nice and quick. Now once Robin opens up, I can go ahead and get my silo taken care of. Ooh. And once the Adventurers Guild opens, I'll also see how many dust sprites I've actually slain. Every time I do blood tests, the one thing I'm low on is vitamin D. That's what my doctor actually told me, is that everyone, at least, well, most people, I think he said, most people tend to be low on vitamin D, even if they spend like a decent amount of time outside in the sun. Unless you're spending like a lot of time out in the sun, I think you're low on vitamin D. Especially if you're like using like sunscreen and stuff. So I take a vitamin D supplement. I've been taking that for the majority of this year. Just like a little thing I take basically every morning. It was actually like I'm surprised that like I've only bought like the one little like tub of them. and I bought it like towards the start of the year, and that one tub has like lasted me all this long. It's starting to run low, but like it's lasted me a good while. It wasn't even like that expensive for the amount of like mileage I've gotten out of it. It's so good. Recently found out you're deficient in vitamin D. I'm starting to take supplements. Good on ya. I don't know if the vitamin D supplements are actually like specifically doing anything for me, but I don't feel like any adverse effects from taking them, so I feel like it can only really be helping because I don't spend a ton of time outside, so I'm probably low on vitamin D as well. Otherwise. But anytime I've had blood tests, I've never had like I've never been told that I'm particularly low in anything. Like I had like for my most recent physical exam, I had my blood tested, and I never heard anything. So it's like, you know, no news is good news. Fellow folic acid deficiency haver. What even is folic acid? I've heard of formic acid. That's the kind of stuff that's like in ants, I think. But I'm not sure about folic acid. Iron? Wouldn't that be ferric acid? I'm just trying to understand where the folicness comes from. Folic acid is B6. Okay, I've heard of B6. Still doesn't. I don't know actually like what it's for. I'm curious about what it's for. Like, what does it do for you? Silo. Don't know where I want to put it just yet. I'm gonna actually just pop it over here, I think. Tuck it away in that little corner there. Folic is B9, actually. You have a B12 deficiency, and it's horrific. Phallic acid? That's something else. I don't know if that one's a thing. +2, though. Ooh, a coffee bean. I didn't even realize I got that. Your cat has a B12 deficiency, weirdly enough. B12 is for energy and nervous system. B9 is for red blood cell stuff. Man, bodies are so complicated. Can't they just like figure it out? I just wish they could just figure it out. They're always doing something. There's always something else. Whether it be a deficiency or what. I was twice daily iron supplements for my first pregnancy, and still almost risked at being allowed to deliver at the birth center because your levels were so low. That's crazy. Could be a tapeworm. Ooh, I don't want to think about tapeworms. Those things are freaking scary. I'm invoking my exclamation point worm bin on tapeworms. Stardew Valley Almanac, that's pretty good. I learned some new things about farming, don't you know? Trust me, girl, I didn't want to think about it either. Yeah. Yeah, that's spooky. I'm happy to learn new things. I am happy to learn new things. But I need to be mentally prepared to learn such things. Oh, it's 2:20 p.m. I can go check the status of my monster eradication goal. Place your bets, chat. How many dust sprites have we slain? What are we up to, do you think? I think last I checked, we were at like 130 or something like that. 120, 130. But that was a good while ago. We've done some severe dust sprite slaying since then. 3 might be the closest guess without going over. 227, 220, 249, almost exactly halfway. Good instincts. Good instincts, chat. No one quite got there, but 227, 220, those are pretty close. You know, part of me actually does want to go to the bottom of the mines, because, like, I'm thinking, if I hit the bottom of the mines, it's true that I do get the, like, I give the HP buff to all the monsters, but conversely, it also gives me a chance to get a Prismatic Shard while I'm doing this. And that would clear out one of our potential Prismatic Shard sources. But conversely, on the other side of the converse, I'm probably going to be killing enough monsters lifetime that I don't need to necessarily worry about that right now. Obviously, the more monsters you kill when that, like, criteria is active, the better. So you just heighten your chances of getting Prismatic Shards, but I don't know. There are pros and cons either way. I was trying to think of a different word for conversely earlier, and I couldn't think of it, but I remember what it was now. And it's honestly one of my favorite words of all time, but I just don't use it very often. How do y'all feel about the word contrariwise? Does anyone even know this word? I feel like I've never heard anyone else utter these syllables before, contrariwise. I don't know if it means the same exact thing as conversely. Very highbrow. I can't even remember where I learned the word. You made it up? Hey Siri. Define contrariwise.
Contrarize means in the opposite way or order.
There you go. In the opposite way or order. So it literally basically just means oppositely. It's just opposite. I don't think she pronounced it right though. She kind of like slurred her way through the pronunciation. Like she sounded like she was like a little tipsy or something when she was saying it. Like vice versa, kind of. On the other hand, exactly. I think it's just a fancy. That's probably why you don't really hear it being said. It's just because there's so many more common words that like mean the same thing. And to be fair, saying contrariwise is like, it's kind of hard. It's a mouthful. Good Scrabble word though, if you can pull it off. Would it even fit on a Scrabble board? I don't even know. How long is it? How big is a Scrabble board? Like, how long is, like, one row or column on a Scrabble board? I want to say it's, like, 20 tiles long or something like that. Spell it? I'm going to spell it in chat. Because I don't feel like saying it out loud. Isn't this Mines music? It is. Sometimes these things line up. Hello, Durmeister. Hello. Good to see you. That stream delay took you by surprise. I didn't even think about that. There you go. Might be a new vocab word for some of you today. Contrariwise. We should have like a daily vocabulary word. That could be fun. The word of the day is contrariwise. And there are certainly enough words out there. That'd be fun. A fun way to like learn new words. Because I know a good amount of like strange esoteric words like that. But I could also like stand to look up some words and like learn more spelling bee words. Argon word of the day. Exactly. It's like one of those word of the day calendars, except it's just at the stream. Your word today is antediluvian. 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 Actually, I don't know if that's how it's spelled. It might be A-N-T-I. I think it's A-N-T-E. Because A-N-T-E is like before. And it means, and antediluvian, yeah, it means before the flood. It is A-N-T-E. What about hoxanoxin niapilification? Actually, I don't think I said that right. Is it hoxanfloxin niapilification? I can never remember like that middle section. My favorite obsolete word is scavity. It means left-handed or unlucky. Scavity. Ooh. You said that one before? I know it from Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide, I'm pretty sure. There was like a spelling bee episode. And that was one of the words at the spelling bee. Your word is floxiniapilification. And I thought for the longest time that they were just like stringing together random syllables. Until I came across the word in some other context at some point later. Floxinociniapilification. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one, Daisy. You got it. One of your favorite words is unctuous. Is that when someone is particularly unk? You're so unk, you're freaking unctuous? It's the lung disease you get from inhaling volcanic dust. Not going to come up in daily conversation very often. But still a fun word to know. Unctuous means oily? Is that a more general definition? Also facetiously has all of the vowels in order, including Y. Unctuous is like greasy in a slimy kind of way. How very unctuous. So that's not so unctuous. I was getting it mixed up with the definition you provided. The lung disease from inhaling volcanic dust. Isn't that one pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis? Another one of those like classic super long words that if you've never heard it before, it sounds crazy, but once you actually like once you actually like spell it out or like sound it out like syllable wise, it's actually not that hard to spell. Because it's like it's all parts of words that you already know. It's just like strung along together so long that you have to it takes a bit for your brain to process. Like pneumono, like pneumonia, and then just ultra, and then microscopic, and then silico, like silicon, and then volcano, and then I guess coniosis at the end. You might not know if it's like a C or a K. I think it's a K, right? Anywho, I'm headed home. I'm headed home. Do I want to leave the coal here? Do I want to smelt anything while I'm here? Probably worth smelting some of this stuff. A singular copper bar and 5 iron bars. Why the heck not? Petrichor is your favorite unique word? Good choice, honestly. I love petrichor. It's what causes the, like, classic, like, after rain smell. Or, like, rainy day smells, like the petrichor rising from, like, the stones in the ground as the humidity rises. Is petrichor the name of the smell itself, or is it the name of the thing that causes the smell? Or is it both? It might be both. It might be like, you know, like how something like orange can be the name of like the thing causing the smell. And also like the orange scent. There's definitely precedent for that sort of thing. Hippopotamonstrous Dalliophobia. That's one that I never like committed to memory. Even though I'm aware of it. The fear of long words, I think. Which is just, like, cruel and unusual. Why would they do it like that? Refined quartz. Did I get that from a crystal? I guess I must have. Wait, I got 4 coffee beans today? What the heck am I going to do with all those coffee beans? I guess I'll just leave them in here for right now. And then when some of these other crops are fully grown in, then maybe I can like, replant some extra coffee beans. I think I'm fine with that. Forsooth. You're sick of petrichor? It's been raining too much for you? Another star drop luck day. Holy. Have we had any prismatics yet? We have not. We have not seen any prismatic shards yet. I haven't been trying too hard for them, admittedly. I'm just kind of still building up my farm here. Do I want to plant a coffee bean down there? How long do coffee beans take? Plant in spring or summer to grow a coffee plant. It doesn't actually say. Coffee bean. They take 10 days to grow in. And then regrowth of 2 days. I guess we can get some value out of it if I plant one right now. Like, these coffee plants are almost fully grown in, which is good to see. Yeah, I don't feel like killing dust sprites today. I feel like going fishing again. I feel like going fishing and getting more money again. Getting a big ol' influx of money. I mean, we're going to get some good money once all our crops grow in as well, but we can make some money actively at the same time. I wouldn't be opposed to it. So bring these different targeted baits out. I don't have any coal. Well, I have this one piece of coal right here. I'm going to have to go to the mines to get more. But I have more from just my dust sprite farming, so that's good. Let's go ahead and pop this away, pop these away, bring the rod. I think that's good, right? Yeah, we should be fine there. Ooh, also, you know what? While I was looking at it, put these 5 out here for donation later. And didn't I get some fiddlehead ferns as well? 18 fiddlehead ferns, 5 of those for the wild medicine bundle at some point as well. Perfect. Perfecto. You know, I could have grown some hops for the wild medicine bundle as well. I didn't even think about that. It's not too late, I guess, if I wanted to plant some hops now, but I think I'm just going to wait on the purple mushrooms. Because for that bundle, I think you can pick... Yeah, you only need 3 out of the 4 of these. Have a good one there, Savon. Take care. Nighty night. Gotta love agglutinative languages. Agglutinative languages. What a word. That's enough. Chat, you're full of good words today. Boop, 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 boop. I'll get 1 copper bar smelting here. Well, I need all the coal. That's what I came here for in the first place, was the coal. I'll use 1 of the coal there, and then the rest is going to be for smoking the fishes. You know what I just realized as well, chat? It's going to bother me every time I go by it now? That dynamic reflections mod. Look at, like, the area beneath this bridge. I'm pretty sure this is, like, the landslide. It's a reflection of the landslide that's there up until the mines are unlocked. That's not a reflection of, like, the underside of the bridge. Mod devs, fix it. How dare you. Thank you for pointing it out. I know, and now every time we walk past there, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. I have cursed you with this knowledge. Alright, sturgeon bait on. Everything's set up, good to go. Let's go fishing. I was in another tab. Can I see it again? Oh, don't worry, Dur. We'll see it plenty. We'll see it plenty when we go up to the mines. I'll try to point it out next time. My immersion! You've been studiously ignoring it, so you noticed it, you just hadn't mentioned it. That's fair. That's fair, Wolden Feet. I'm full of good words and lack the ability to type it because of your dyslexia. No! One of my good friends has dyslexia as well. He's told me all about that struggle. It's tough. It is tough. It's gotten better for him over the years, but definitely still a consistent struggle. How much bait do I have here anyway? 8 bait left. Great bait, mate. We made a good amount of money doing this fishing earlier, and we should get even more money this time, actually. Because I started with some sturgeon bait to begin with. Darkrai is such a cool Pokemon. Darkrai might be my favorite mythical Pokemon. No, it's tough. I really like Magearna, too. Magearna is such a cool design. Definitely in your top 5. I feel like more people are probably going to know about Darkrai than Magearna. Magearna is one of those ones that doesn't come up very often. You don't think about it too often. Like, I feel like the earlier... I mean, in general, the earlier a Pokemon is in the franchise, the more recognizable it's going to be. Like, more people probably know what a Vulpix is than, like, than Okidogi. Or freaking Graphii. Which is somewhat of a shame, because a lot of the later gen Pokemon designs, like they got better over time. You know, Gen 1, 2, and 3 designs, you got some good classic ones in there for sure. But they got so creative in later generations. Not always creative in a good way. I will stand by the fact that I think Archaludon is an extremely ugly Pokemon. I do not like Archaludon's design at all. Like, he doesn't look like a Pokemon to me. He looks like a Digimon. Straight up. But by and large, they're pretty good. What's the one that's just keys? Don't diss Klefki like this. Klefki is great. Excuse me, but the vacuum cleaner? Okay. Sure, you know what? Some Pokemon are designed after, you know, weird things like, you know, garbage bags or key rings or whatchamacallit. Vacuum cleaners, Revavroom, yeah. But are you lauding something like this as the pinnacle of creative design? From Gen 1? Bro's literally just a sphere. He's a circle. And you know what he evolves into? Guess what? That's not Electrode, man. What the heck? No, where's with Pokemon? Pokemon. You ruined my point. He just flips over. He just flips upside down. Bro just flips upside down. And I mean, if we're talking about uncreative Pokemon designs, I mean, I could go on all day. Literally, like, it's a seal. It's a seal named Seal. And it evolves into a dugong named Dugong. It's literally just a white seal. And don't get me started on the freaking birds. Like, Dodrio's a cool design, but like, there are so many in Pokemon in the original generation of Pokemon that are just like one thing that evolves into like two of the same thing or three of the same thing. The birds are all just birds? That's what I'm saying. The birds are all just freaking birds. Although it's kind of hard to get around that because like there are so many different varieties of birds in real life that designing a bird Pokemon that doesn't just look like a bird is kind of like impossible. Maybe not impossible, but it's harder than designing something that is, you know, more clearly not of this world. Like freaking Xurkitree or something like that. Our birds are IRL Pokemon. There you go. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. And in fairness, even though like all the bird Pokemon are just like different birds, basically, like different real birds, they're still distinct enough that like you can like no two birds in the Pokemon universe are like quite the same, right? I mean, maybe like stats wise and usage wise, like you're not going to notice that much of a difference between something like Pidgeot and Swellow, I guess. But even then, like a lot of them have gotten more creative designs in recent years. I'm a simple creature. If a Pokemon is small and cute, I'm on board. And that's the paradox, isn't it? Is that most Pokemon don't stay small and cute forever. If they evolve into something that is often less small and less cute than their counterpart. Eat sturgeon, no thank you. Toucans look cool enough, they don't need anything more to be a Pokemon. That's very true. I kind of can't believe that toucans are real animals. Just based on like how cool they look. Toucans and parrots and like colorful tropical birds of all sorts. They're so nifty. Iridium Band! Hello? That's actually, I think, the same rarity as a Prismatic Shard. So that bodes well, maybe. Ooh, okay. A little upgrade to our glowstone ring. That's nice. Actually, would I rather have... I guess I'd rather have that over, like, glowstone ring over the magnet ring as well. Because this just has added functionality. So now I'm just glowing bright, attracting lots of items, and I have the 10% attack buff. That'll come in handy. That'll help offset the... I mean, the HP buff they get when I get to the bottom of the mines. Pop quiz, name 3 Pokemon evolutions that are smaller than the Pokemon they evolved from. I don't know if they exist. I'm trying to think. Because I said it, I was like, said most of the time they end up being larger, but I don't know if there are any that get smaller. I mean, there's so many Pokemon, there probably are some that get smaller, maybe, that I'm just not thinking of, but I'll tell you right now, nothing's coming to mind. Oop. Hold on, I gotta focus on catching this freaking fish. I was trying to look over at chat and catch the fish at the same time. Turns out sturgeons are not the fish to do that on. You got to touch a sturgeon at the aquarium a couple weeks ago? Cool. Wait, how big was it? Because I know, like, in real life, sturgeons are pretty large, right? What's the size of the sturgeons that we're catching in Stardew here? 61 inches? That's crazy. It definitely doesn't look that long just because of the nature of, like, how sprites are designed in the game, but, like, sturgeons are freaking massive. Porygon 2 is smaller than Porygon, you think? Maybe. I'd have to look at them side by side. Well, I guess we could look at, like, the Pokedex data for them. But, like, logically, that does kind of make sense, because, like, Porygon 2 is, like, all blocky, and then, like, Porygon 1, the original Porygon, is, like, all blocky, and then Porygon 2, like, the corners get rounded out, so you would think, like, because there's less matter there, then it's, like, less mass and it's smaller. Cosmoem is maybe smaller. Cosmoem might be smaller, like, spatially, but it's definitely, like, heavier. Well, now I'm curious. Porygon? How big is Porygon? Porygon is 2 feet 7 inches, or 0.8 meters. Porygon 2 is 2 feet, 0.6 meters. It does get smaller. What about Porygon Z? Porygon Z is the biggest of them all. 2 feet 11 inches. Cosmog? Look at Cosmog. Cosmog is 8 inches, or 0.2 meters. Cosmoem is 4 inches, 0.1 meters. It is spatially smaller. Although, like I said, by weight, it's a world of difference. Cosmog weighs 0.2 pounds, and Cosmoem weighs 2,204.4 pounds. He's a heavy lad, even though he is quite small, but it's like designed like around like a black hole, kind of, so makes sense. I think it's about the same size as me. You're 2 inches tall? You're a single apple tall? Oh no, you're talking about 61 inches from the sturgeon discussion before. I thought you were talking about the size of freaking Cosmoem. How are you guys less than 5 feet? We got some short nobles in chat. Short kings, queens, and nobility. I respect. How much bait do I have left here? 7 bait. Okay, we want to turn at least one of these fellas into bait here then. You're 5 foot flat. Not an inch higher, not an inch lower. 5'3" on a good day. I'm between 4'9" and 4'10". Yeah, I also feel tall now, even though I'm not, like... I'm average height for someone assigned male at birth. 5'9". I might even be like slightly below average height. Yeah, compared to a lot of you in chat, I guess I'm I might be the tallest person in the room at that rate. You're 5'8". Close. 19 more bait, perfect. Giants to me, I have to crane my neck. The entire family is tall. Perfectly average German male at 6 foot. It's a good average height to be at, around, like, right around 6 feet, I think. I swear, why is B-Boss always so quiet? Turn it up. Turn it the frick up. I swear B-Boss gets quieter every time I hear it. I don't know if that's just me. I swear it's getting quieter. I keep trying to make it louder, and then it just gets quieter. What am I doing wrong? Either way, enjoy the swarm. Enjoy the swarm in your ears while we have it. It doesn't last long. The bees don't stick around long. They don't grace our presence for nearly long enough. So we gotta enjoy it while we can. The bees will not be silenced. Chat, how many bees tall are you? Forget feet and inches. How many bees? How many bees would need to stand on top of each other's little fuzzy shoulders in order to match your height, do you think? That's the real statistic I want to know. Like, how tall is the average bee, do you think? Bees about a single inch tall, give or take. So here I am standing next to the lake, thinking about how many bees should measure up. I think maybe 600 or 700 plus. No, that's like way too much. That's way too many bees. 600 bees would be like very tall. They're not like microscopic creatures. I just had to think of a number in the heat of the moment. Alright, I'm going to turn down the stream playlist again. Turn it back down to right around... Yeah, right around... I think it's a little higher if I put it right there. Can't wait to play Haunted Chocolatier and think, hey, that's the song from Argon's stream. I think there is a non-zero chance that the b_boss.ogg we know from the video is not going to be the final incarnation of the b_boss song in the game. Once we actually get Haunted Chocolatier, I have a funny feeling b_boss is going to be a different song. Not entirely different. I think it's going to, like, start the same way, but I think it's going to evolve. I think it's going to evolve from where it is. Just because I think that maybe in the time since Concerned Ape has made the song, maybe his, like, artistic... like what he likes might have changed. He might have come up with like different ideas that he wants to do differently as the game has evolved and as his ideas have evolved and as he's grown as a person. I think there's a non-zero chance. I'd say 200 bees is a good number for human size. If they were all like stacked up one on top of the other. I don't know, 200 bees still seems like a lot. I guess it depends on the size of the bee. I feel like if you stacked the bees in such a way that like you got the maximum length out of the bees, like if there was like if they were standing on their little bee legs and like reaching high up above their little bee heads, I think maybe like 50 bees. I don't think you would need like that many bees. Don't stretch the bees. I would never stretch the bees, but if they stretched themselves, if they did their own little bee calisthenics to get maximum bee flexibility, Maximum apian flexibility. 3 hours, also hydrate, thank you. You silly, sussy sturgeon. There we go. That was a bit of a tough one. Flexibility, +2. It would be like 300. These are only 0.2 inches tall? No shot. Hold on a second. How tall is the average bee? Worker bee. Wait, there's a diagram. Worker bees and drones are about 0.5 inches. The queen bee can go up to like 0.75 inches or longer. But we're not gonna include the queen bee in our tower. So 0.5 inches. Tall or long? Well, that's how long they are, but that's what I'm thinking. Is like if they were like stretched out like that. I guess if we're thinking about them just like sitting like squat on the ground, then that's entirely different. I'm 120 bees tall. If you consider a bee to be 0.5 inches, then that makes the math pretty easy, because you just take the number of inches and you double it. So like 5'9" for me, that's what? That's like... Well, it's 12 inches in a foot. So 12 times 5 is 60. I'm 69 inches tall. Don't do it, chat. So I'm 138 bees tall. Nice. I never thought about that. Why? I'm 69 inches tall. That's crazy. Okay, do I want to try and catch one more sturgeon here while I have the time? See if we get lucky. Nice. Oh. One final sturgeon for the road, and I can take this down with me while I go catch some super cucumbers. And how much sturgeon bait do I have left? 10 sturgeon bait. That's plenty for next time, so I can go ahead and smoke all the rest of these. Yoink. I used to be a bee. I wish I was a bee. Imagine that. Your whole life in service of a queen, getting to eat nothing but honey for your entire life. Me and my BF are both 69 inches tall, which makes things very easy for spicy things. Love that for you. Love that for you and your BF. Your BF. I'd like to put a topaz on my great-grandfather's tombstone, Sandy. I might be able to make that happen if I remember to actually, like, go to the desert. Clint talking about tool upgrades as well might not be a bad thing to invest in the near future here. So many different things to invest in. Ooh, good rainbow shell haul here. I'm going to fish by the Lonely Stone. These down. Oh, I should have put down the bait maker as well at the same time here. And then, boom, boom. Actually, I think I want to move the bait maker from there. That way it's not like I don't accidentally put the fish I want to smoke into the bait maker. Okay, and we have 5 super cucumber bait here. Perfect. You're an NB +2. I think that counts for sure. For sure. Honorary B. Although I'm not a bee myself, so I don't know if I can decide who is and who is not an honorary bee. I don't know if that's within my bailiwick. Bailiwick's not the right word there, but I just wanted to say bailiwick because I was thinking of fancy words that I might know. I like using the word bailiwick. It's fun. It kind of sounds like a person's name, though. Bailiwick. Any bailiwicks in chat? Any Baileys in chat? I actually really like the name Bailey now that I think about it. It's a good name. Use one of these for bait right now. I like drinking Baileys. I've had Baileys from time to time. Certainly not a go-to for me, but I can understand why people do like it. Probably want to put one more super cucumber in there for bait purposes here. You agree that's a very nice name, too? That's a very nice name. I think it's a really good androgynous name. Like, when I hear the name Bailey, I don't, like... I mean, obviously, you can have whatever name you want regardless of your gender. But some names in my brain, obviously, are more connected to one gender over another. But Bailey doesn't have that, really. Bailey, to me, is a very neutral name. Maybe the most neutral name I can, like, think of. Think of Grey's Anatomy? Never seen it. Chat, what are some of your favorite androgynous names? Names that lend themselves well to being, like, neutral like that. I'm trying to think of more. Like, Bailey is really good. Alex is good. Sam is good. Morgan, Kim. Leslie. Leslie leans more feminine in my brain, but that's just because I've known quite a few female Leslies in my, like, personal life. But I can appreciate it as a more neutral name as well. Marlo. Ooh, that's a good one. Jordan, Taylor, yeah. I've known more male Leslies than female, and I suppose that proves the point, right? Now your name feels boring. No, no one's name in chat is boring. Unless your name is literally boring. Which would be actually like a really unique name. Ironically enough. I gotta say Max because that's one of your daughters. Max is a good one. Cade. I don't even know if I've ever met someone named Cade. You like Cameron? Charlie? Yeah. Cameron and Charlie are both good. Clarence isn't typically neutral, but it sounds neutral to me. I could see it, for sure. Jay, Jamie, Rowan. The problem with Rowan for me is that I only think of the Pokemon professor. My brain is so overwhelmed by Pokemon factoids. I'm only ever gonna think of Professor Rowan and his big burly white mustache. Your nephew is a Rowan? Uh-oh, wait. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. One more super cucumber here should be fine. I shouldn't be allowed to name kids because I literally named myself Moth. I'm sure you'd be fine. I think it would be awesome if it was like more typical to let like kids eventually discover their own names like as they grow up. But I don't know like what a good age to like have someone decide their own like legal name would be. I mean, maybe it should just be one of those things that is just like more fluid anyway. Like it should just be like, you know, you can change your name as much as you want. I mean, obviously you can change your preferred name whenever you want. But like, I feel like legally speaking, it would be cool if you could just, if it wasn't like such a hassle to change it. I've never gone through the process of changing my name legally, but like I always hear, how much energy do I have? Okay, we should be fine here. I always hear how much of a pain it is. I would rather have it be more socially normal to change your name. Yeah. It's a shame that identity theft exists. Any identity thieves listening? Hey, stop that. That's not cool. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's messed up. Please stop doing that. Please and thank you. Really love girl names with boy nicknames. Maxine/Max, Charlotte/Charlie, Winifred/Fred. I like those two, actually. I really like, yeah, Charlotte and Charlie. I think that's a good combo. Okay. Grab all this. 1 a.m. We should have plenty of time here to finish up all the things I want to do. Charlotte is a great name. Charlotte is a great name just on its own, yeah. And the fact that you can have like the nickname Charlie with that is just a bonus. Always liked that name. Okay. Do like this. Do I even need to make any more bait here? 14 and 10. I think we're fine on that front there. I'm gonna go ahead and ship all the smoked ones here. Ship that. Ship these. Ship the jelly. Yeah, I'll ship the grape. Why the heck not? Rusty cog. That is actually a donation I need to make. Okay. Get rid of the freaking... Actually, keep the soggy newspaper. Could turn it into cloth later if I'm so inclined. I'm just gonna go to bed. I'll sort out my inventory in the morning. Nighty-night. $22,000. Not too bad. Can someone explain to me the nicknames they use for Richards? I mean, I mean, you could go by Rich or you could go by Dick. I don't know where Dick comes in for Richard though. That's something I've never known. It's a popular factoid. Thanks for the metal bar, Clint. Appreciate you. All right, Luau is tomorrow as well. Notable. Break. Ah! Wait, you're right. I do need to go for a break. I do need to go for a break. It's probably better to go now than get stuck in on a new day here already. All right. Rhyming. Dick rhymes with Richard. Dick and Rick. Maybe. From Rick sounding like Dick. That's crazy. That's crazy. What is that really what it is? I will ponder these things while on my break, chat. I implore you to go and take your own break as well. Go get a snack, go use the restroom, go do what you gotta do. And I will be right back in 5-10 minutes here. Toodles. Chat, I have returned. Not because it was the shortest break of all time, but because I think I might call it an early stream. I'm feeling... I don't know, I think that, like, the whole waxing process yesterday and everything I've been going through this past, like, couple of days has taken more of a toll on me than I realized. So I might call it early here. I might just call it early. Part of that might just be me being hungry, and I might solve that with a snack, but I'm like, you know what? I feel like I should probably just call it there early. I'll be back tomorrow, though. I'll be back tomorrow, at least for the members only stream, for Outer Wilds and whatnot. We're going to be continuing Outer Wilds into the DLC. I actually finished the main story. We got a whole DLC to go through, though, so that's exciting. And I will be back on Tuesday. It might actually be an earlier stream on Tuesday. I might start, like, an hour or so earlier, because I have my Electrolysis consultation that day, and it's, like, it would coincide with the stream time. So I might want to go a little bit earlier so that I can actually get a full stream in there. But yeah, apologies for the shorter stream today. Thank you for understanding, chat, and being so kind and wonderful about it as per usual. I will be back on either tomorrow or Tuesday, depending on which stream you're tuning into. Until then, friends, I hope you did enjoy it. Let me bring you back in here so that Beatrix can at least say a proper goodbye. Whoop. Hope you had fun. We're still without a prismatic shard. But don't worry, once the first Prizzy hits us here, once we have the first prismatic shard in our hands, I feel like the world is going to open up like crazy. I feel like it's just going to be Prizzy after Prizzy after Prizzy, at least until we get to like the really tough ones to get. We'll see. Either way, I'm looking forward to more, and I will see you next time, chat. Thank you for being here. Be good to one another, be good to yourselves, and I'll see you on the flip side. This is Argon Matrix, signing on out. Thank you and have a good one, friends. Bye-bye!